Ew, does anyone smell that? It smells really gross. Ugh. Ugh.
Well, you know what they say, whoever smelt it dealt it.
Oh my god, it wasn't me. Ugh. I am gonna throw up though, it's so gross.
I just got a text message saying we have our new crew member aboard. But I don't see him anywhere.
Wait, the nuns told me about this guy. His name is the Silent Assassin. You can smell him, but you can't see him.
Our silent but deadly, I suppose.
Well,
What's
welcome
his
to
name?
welcome to the crew, Adrian.
Adrian, the silent assassin.
Welcome back to Sanity Damage. I've got some music going. Cody, can you share the...
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
I thought I had it.
All good. Welcome back to Sanity Damage, a tabletop role-playing game actual play live show. I'm your game master, Nathan, and I am joined tonight by Cody.
Abraham Blavatsky. Thrilled that we're rich. Not so thrilled to see the talking hairy skull.
Pippin.
Tor, well, I guess this is a wrap.
Ellen.
Penelope Whitlock. Are you my mummy?
I guess I'll just keep that going.
That's it. That's
Wow.
Mackie.
They call me Finn, and I think I still got some. Is that mummy juice or sarcophagus juice? Something on my hands. I go,
Sarcophagus juice.
Yes, drink the black juice. I dare you.
got all over me. We trying to move it.
And Alex.
Orf. I am so glad that we finished that Chalupa Supreme.
Join us on episode 78 of our first campaign, To Whom the Sea Belongs. Last time you delved deeper into Atahualpa's pyramid, you fought and defeated him, and made everyone hungry with the amount of Taco Bell references. And Abraham explored into the wings of this room a little bit and found his old friend, the hairy skull with the bulging eyeballs, the speaker of his deity. So that's exactly where we are going to pick back up. Hey, Abraham, it's been a little while.
I feel like it's been too soon. What do you want?
I'm just here to keep an eye on you, as it were. And one of his eyes rolls back so that it's like just the white. So he's just looking at you with one. Just making sure you're, destroying things and making things corrupt. Doesn't have to be immediate. Doesn't have to be like... the blood was a nice touch. Making sure the water all turned to blood, that was good. We need more of that. More of that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. As you know, I have a long con. I don't know how else to put it.
Long con is great. Long con's great. I mean, this island's been cursed for ages. Why not just make it a little bit more cursed, right? Just leave some ruin in your wake. Why don't you?
Right, and then we're gonna take this money and we're gonna flood some local economy, destroying their, businesses, and everyone's going to be, pretty upset about that. They'll be happy at first, and they'll be sad later.
I mean, that's great. That's the most delicious kind of sadness. But I don't know. Just be sure that the island lives to regret your departure. All right. Make sure you've left a lasting legacy here.
Do you know how many square feet the island is?
Both of his eyes roll back. What is that spell?
Plant growth. It's a mile.
Mild radius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I could do it a couple of times these days.
Yeah, a couple of times.
I mean, I do think I have to take 8 hours. Oof. Yeesh.
It is just under a day's travel from north to south. It's you're on like the S-shaped island on Nelton's map right now. So it's
Right.
It's much longer from east to west, but from north to south it's like pretty safe to say that a couple casts would ruin the environment.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what we can do. I feel like this place has really scorned me enough to incur my wrath.
Well, that's the spirit.
Yeah, my friends are still busy outside, so is there anything direct that you need from me before I get back to?
No. Just an understanding. Just you want things to keep happening in your favor. We've got to have something back in ours. So that's all.
Right. I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from. It might look confusing from the outside, but trust me, once I'm in, a position of power and I've got whatever I need at my disposal, people will, it's gonna be bad, trust me.
Okay, you keep saying that, and you keep saying, trust me, it might look confusing from the outside. Have you forgotten who the god is here?
I'm not trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes.
Aelith needs her corruption. She needs her decimation of the world.
All right, well, it's a one for you, one for me situation, I suppose. I'll do this one for you. The next one, I want you to trust me.
We can talk about that, sure. We trusted you last time. You trust us this time.
Yeah.
We're one for one. Also, you're not the god in this equation.
Well, I don't know why you keep bringing this up. You're the one that putting words in my mouth.
Yeah, sure. All right, well, have fun. And he rolls over, and when the skull reappears, it's just like a normal skull.
Yeah, I just put it back where it belongs and walk out into the room. Oh, hello everyone. Just filling my bag of holding with lots of gold.
Did you check to see if it was cursed still?
No.
If this is uncursed, we should probably.
I have a good feeling about this.
That it's cursed? Because you tend to like things that are cursed,
I
so.
was going to say that seems an odd way to determine whether something is cursed or not. A feeling,
Yeah.
that's...
Like, I had a good feeling about this mummy room, and.
You had a good feeling about this mummy room?
Yeah, I
Nobody
thought I was going to
died.
fight a bunch of mummies.
I was really confused because there's like a room down there under the blood, but I don't know what's in it except maybe that's where the skeletons were coming from. So maybe it's just a room full of submerged skeletons.
I wish Sakurai were here. He would have loved a room full of submerged skeletons.
Yes, I'm sure he would have.
Beautiful.
I still don't have any way to get rid of the blood.
Is it still Penny, is there like a little chunk of like rubble or something?
Sure.
Yeah, Penny's gonna pick that up and then go over to the edge of the pool. Friendly reminder that my nuns are still hanging out. They're on break time though. They're like drinking coffee.
Mhm.
And she's gonna cast light on the piece of rubble and drop it in to see if it's still like corrosive, or like how deep it goes. Like what's going on down there?
So, I'm sorry, you said you're casting light on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, blood is pretty much opaque. It's like, you know, holding a flashlight to your hand. Like, you can see the light through it, but you can't make out any details because your hand is in the way.
Okay.
I would say, based on like the sploosh and the like plink, if you're all like really quiet and listening very closely, it's maybe the sploosh and the plink. It's maybe 15 feet deep.
And just blood. It's thick like blood.
It's thick like blood.
Blood is thicker than water.
Indeed. I would say the plink from the rock hitting like the bottom is sufficient for you to surmise that this is not the acidic blood that the other room had. This isn't going to hurt you from touching your finger into it.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta jump into a pool of blood.
Are you suggesting
It's
that
still
I jump
blood.
into the pool of blood?
Should we all just jump? Should we all just hold hands?
I don't have to breathe. That's the thing. So.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. I thought I was gonna take one for the team, but blood is just so hard to get out of clothes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my clothes off.
And he looks away.
And then I will dive into the blood.
All right. So you're blinded, but we'll say it takes like 20 minutes, and I'll say you can feel your way around the room down here sufficiently. So I'll scribble a little bit on it. There's a walkway that goes back a little bit. It seems like some kind of undead barracks, kind of like you surmised. So it's just like benches or what do you call it? Like bunk beds almost.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And there's some kind of like grate here, but the grate is currently closed. But you feel like they are slats that could open, potentially draining it.
I see.
They're closed via some kind of mechanism.
Fascinating. Yeah, I'll climb back out and... I don't know. I don't know what to do now that I'm covered in blood. This is gross. Yeah, it's just like a room full of submerged skeletons, guys. Exactly what we thought.
Nothing else.
There's like a grate that could drain the blood theoretically, but it's operated by a mechanism to which I could not find any sort down there.
Mm-hmm. Was there any mechanism in that room you were in earlier?
No. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't take a good look, to be honest. I got dragon fever and just started stuffing, I don't know, like 30,000 gold in my bag. I'll split it with you guys. I also think we could probably, just regular carry out some extra gold. If we want. I don't know. Seems like an awful waste.
Maybe we could use one of these sarcophagi.
Penny looks over at Finn, like with
I will
like
not be
panic
pushing
eyes,
it.
thinking they're gonna have to carry it.
I will not be pushing it again. No.
No, that was no.
I did my time. I did my time.
What if we take the golden sarcophagus as well?
Now, that could be intriguing. That could be intriguing. Yeah.
I kind of just want this painting as well. It's so good.
It would look nice above a mantle.
Oh, when we get our new ship, we can put it in the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Did we investigate the other little alcovey room? Was it just more jars and stuff?
You have not yet investigated it.
We didn't even investigate the golden sarcophagi yet, I don't think.
Correct. In the other room down here that is next to Tor, like the one that Abraham looked at, it's a long, almost like a hallway. Just there's only one entrance and exit, so it's like a very, very long walk-in closet.
Gotcha.
It it has shelves that are lined with clay urns. And at the very end, Penelope has just charged right in. At the very end, they are not on the map, but there is a big lever here, like the ones that Penelope has been pulling.
Okay, so one of the nuns is on one shoulder and one of the nuns is on the other shoulder, and she's like looking back and forth at him. It's like she's like trying to think, should she do it? Should she pull it? Should she pull it? And one nun is like nodding, and one nod is like shaking their head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I back away.
Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me the fourth time with your acid pools. Shame on me.
You know what I pictured in my head in that moment was like, you know, when you go to like a kids' discovery museum and they just have like a random wall full of like levers and like wheels to play with.
Yes,
It was that.
Totally.
Absolutely.
So it's all the way down at the end, huh?
It is all the way down at the end.
I guess Tor wait until Abraham gets in here before pointing it out.
Yeah, Abraham's got like a roll of like mummy toilet paper and he's like wiping off the blood. He's got like his pants on. What is that, a lever? Oh, great, now we find the lever. Oh.
Are you sure there wasn't another one on the other side?
I'm pretty sure there wasn't. There wasn't, was there?
If you double check, there was.
Oh, boy. You know, guys,
maybe we should just check the entire area for levers and the like.
Nathan, can I make a lever check?
I barely looked, guys. I didn't really check.
Roll for a lever check, please.
If you want to actually give me an investigation check, I'll count that as like some kind of intuition for what lever is going to do approximately what. Most of the mechanism is contained within the wall, but there's a chance that you could like, you know, follow the pipe or like the electrical line through. Like if you're tearing drywall down in a house and you're trying to figure that out.
Investigation, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get some heat on that action. Some action on that heat. I don't know. The 12 gonna do it?
12 is not gonna do it. Just can't make out where the mechanism is directing.
I think she's too distracted by the lever.
Probably.
Yeah.
Was there any pipes down there?
Yeah, there's like a grate thing that I think you could open and it would drain the blood.
Did you see which
no
way
additional
it went?
no additional piping like what caused the water to turn into blood. Just a drainage grate.
Do you want to pull the levers at the same time or something?
Oh.
That's a thought.
Tor's gonna look into the sarcophagus and see if there's like a labeled left side.
Yeah.
If there's a button, there's a keypad.
There is a button we heard about that wasn't there for the door.
There's
Yeah, I
this
thought there was
strange
something in
carving
there.
into the side of this wall. It says up, down, left, right,
EA start. Yep.
The ancient speak, yes.
Wow.
Level 20.
You become level 30 instantly.
Within the sarcophagus tour, there is no such instruction. There is an old, very old book that appears to have mostly disintegrated. Like it's mainly just the wooden cover now and the like dusty remains of paper. There's some more gold, and that is. I think that's all that would be in the sarcophagus.
Tor's gonna put some gold in his pocket. And what was it? So there's nothing that kind of indicated which way. Tor will look at the book.
Okay. It appears to be some kind of a diary or journal or like record book. It's the ink on the cover has faded, and the pages will like dissolve, basically, like turn to dust when you flip through them. It doesn't appear to be supernatural in any way. It's just very, very old.
Do I make anything out? Like what it might be as they're breaking apart at all? Or is it just die? in my
Yeah,
hands?
it just dissolves.
Tor's just gonna clap his hands and like blow off the dust.
Did you find any ancient artifacts in there, Tor? I sure hope you didn't destroy anything by accident.
Tor will flip him a coin.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, gee. More gold.
Well, you asked.
Pull the lever
I would-
time.
Yeah.
Just-
How are we gonna figure out how to do it? So, is there gonna be a signal?
I don't
A
know.
countdown, maybe. Someone could stand in the middle and 3, 2, 1 it.
Why don't you just shoot your gun?
That could work. I could do that.
Oh, you should probably shoot it into the blood pool and not like maybe up high to maybe
Yeah,
if there's
that's
any
an
structural
idea.
damage. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right.
A single musket ball brings the entire pyramid down.
You never know.
You
Mhm.
never know.
Better safe than sorry.
Very good.
Based
All
on the
right.
conversation we had before recording.
Why
You let me know when you're ready.
Don't put that black magic on us, Ricky Bobby.
I'm not aware of any recording conversation, but I don't.
I think it was
I don't
just
like the
before you
sound of
joined.
that.
You don't want to be
Wow.
aware of the things that were said because they are not good things.
So I can't.
I
remember.
thought it would be a good thing.
I can't remember. Did Atahualpa have like anything good on him?
He had the psionic resistance
I think
thingy.
I can't remember if I said I grabbed it or not. Maybe. Or it could
Okay.
just be laying there. I don't know.
Yeah, he had his headdress,
did.
and he had some weapons that are just normal. They're magical for the purpose of resistances, but they're otherwise there's no additional bonus to them.
I see. I see.
His
Would
headdress
they
is the
sell
only
for
thing.
a lot?
Probably so, just because like they're still sharp. It looks like they didn't rust at all. Like they're magically immune to that.
Oh yeah, keep them. Keep them. All right. I guess. Do I have to pull the lever? I'm pretty hurt.
Fine.
Tor will put on this headdress and then walk over to the upper room's lever.
It looks great on you, Tor.
Thank you.
Right, but just let me know when you're in place and I'll pew pew.
Penny's gonna, when she's in place, she's gonna send Raven over to Finn.
Ah, lovely. Right. Everybody ready?
Ready as
When everybody is situated, Finn will shoot into the blood pool.
All right, and I assume Penelope and Tor both pull levers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Tor's lever results in a very faint, like metallic, screeching, like grating noise that Finn and Abraham can hear as the blood drains out of the chamber.
Oh,
Wow.
there it goes. Perfect.
It's really draining.
That's a lot of
guys.
blood. That's a lot of blood.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Somebody got to watch. Time it. Take
Oh,
bets,
It's
maybe.
done.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
And there is also a stone against stone noise as the chamber door opens up again.
Hey.
Hey.
Look at what teamwork did. How about that?
You love to see it.
So we're gonna hop down in the empty blood pool now.
Fine, I'll do it first.
There's nothing of interest there. It's
Oh.
literally just like a
Oh.
little skeleton barracks.
Oh, I thought that was the way out of the room.
I know. I was kind of excited.
Yeah. Did no one else think that?
Oh, sure. So the grate itself, it's like window slats that turn up, so allowing the blood out, but it doesn't reveal like another passageway. It doesn't keep going for like
Gotcha.
a humanoid to travel.
Just a true drain.
Yeah. Has Arf been doing anything this time, or just kind of hanging out, waiting for everyone to figure stuff out?
Yeah, he's real hurt, so he's just kind of like limping around. He's like, the blood. Yeah, it's just.
Oh,
ugh.
that's right. Healing.
He's drinking some whiskey.
Penny,
good
when she's done, is gonna slap him on the back and Sorry, I need to look at my spell slots really quickly. What about a 4th level Cure Wounds?
Ooh.
How about that? How do you like them apples?
I like it. I like those apples. Oh, I have Cure Wounds at level 1. I forget. He slaps himself on the back.
Well, that's 20 for mine.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I'll give myself a little slap on the back. Heal. I just go, ooh, and then oh wow, 4 for myself. Okay, I rolled 2. I go, ooh. I'm feeling a little bit better now. And
And then he's
keep
gonna be
drinking
like,
whiskey.
Oh, Arf, that's so cute.
What, the whiskey?
No, like the healing yourself. It's like adorable.
Oh, it's all right. Well, thank you. And I'm gonna walk away with my whiskey and go behind one of these pillars. I got stuck on a pillar.
Found out which pillar it was.
Now
Imagine if that was a
the,
real life thing. Like you just got stuck on walls sometimes.
That is a real life thing, Nathan. It happens to me all the time.
Now that this area is drained of blood, I'll just like walk down the wall there and take another look. Anything that we like missed that's obvious?
No,
Damn.
literally just like a barracks.
And then I'll just walk on back up the wall there.
Did you try breaking the grate and looking past that?
No. Was it still open?
The grate was open, yes. You could see, like, the grate is very bloody. I guess the ground is too. And through the slats in the grate, you could just see a pool of blood.
It's full of blood.
Like a cistern of blood.
It's like a cistern of blood.
What's a
Blood
sister of blood?
cistern.
Have you met my cistern blood?
Oh wow.
Oh, is it that time of the month?
Ah,
Wow.
Cody.
Wow.
You set me up for that. What was I
No,
not
I
supposed to-
didn't.
Tor's gonna put his hand on Abraham's shoulder and lay on hands him for 30 and be like,
Let's just move this up and out.
and he's gonna walk over to the sarcophagus and begin pushing. Like he heals him and he's like, "This is your punishment."
Can we
was a
reduce
good
the
joke.
sarcophagus?
That was a good joke. I don't care. Yeah. Can we
You
lift
said
it?
we should take the painting too.
Yeah, put that on top.
Can we reduce the sarcophagus so we can take it more easily?
Oh, now
my-
you're thinking with numbers. There you go.
I might could do that.
Reducing the sarcophagus will make it movable, yes.
Yes.
I could do that. I could do that.
And the painting is large and unwieldy, but it's not like it's framed in actual gold, so it's still heavy, but it's not infeasible the way the sarcophagus was.
Can we reduce the painting?
If you put the painting on top of the sarcophagi, couldn't it all reduce? Or maybe put it in the
I think it's
sarcophagi?
one an object.
Can we fuse it together really
Yeah, I was about to
quickly?
say, can we melt it down really quickly?
What is
and
this?
then-
Tears of the Kingdom?
What if?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can we not put it inside of it? Because theoretically, the things inside of the sarcophagi, wouldn't they also shrink, like the book and stuff?
You all did not get bigger when you made your boat bigger.
That's fair.
We were on top of the boat. We weren't inside the boat. If I had been in the boat, I would have gotten bigger.
I already allowed that the painting itself is movable. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Can
Scott
can
carried a
Raven
painting.
can Raven and Myrrh use the power of friendship to carry the painting together?
I think the painting is too big for them.
Ah,
The
dang it.
grate at 1/8 its weight is probably still too much for them, actually. Solid gold. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to be helpful in this scenario.
So we move the sarcophagus and then we move the painting.
No, we make the
Right.
sarcophagus small, and then the painting. Penny looks over at Tor.
Or
We can just
Nothing.
do that. You go backwards.
Well, we
Pivot.
all got hands that work. Can we all maybe a couple people grab one, a couple people grab the other? I think this is not unreasonable.
Yeah, Penny can help with the painting.
I'll get the painting. We're moving buddies now.
How small is the sarcophagus when it's reduced?
Decreases its size from one category from
So it's like
medium
human
to small,
size
for
right
example.
now. So it
It-
turn into the size of a cat.
Well, it was large human sized because Atahualpa was in his big, like, pharaonic armor. So now it's medium human sized. So it's still quite heavy.
Did he drop his armor somewhere?
Yeah, out of his armor, his headdress is the only thing that would be like fashion. I don't mean fashionable in like look good. I mean fashionable in like you could fashion it into something you could wear.
Okay.
The rest of his armor is to like none of you would be large enough to wear it.
we can sell it.
Is that
Yeah, to a
magic?
museum.
It belongs in a museum, right?
Yes.
Is it if it's magic armor? Wait.
I don't think it is magic.
Let's just shrink the sarcophagus, put the armor and weapons in the sarcophagus. And just
I just thought we would
push
do
it out.
this. I don't think that works.
I
Yeah.
said shrink and then put it in, not
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would work because it's still a medium-sized sarcophagus.
Okay.
You can have the medium-sized sarcophagus that will eventually grow large again after. What's the duration?
A minute,
A while.
A
A
minute.
minute.
I think.
Oh my
I thought it was.
God.
You've got to hurry.
Oh.
Jesus.
I thought it was more than that. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
It says 1 minute on
Oh,
the thing,
boy.
but I don't know.
By the time you finish discussing what to do, it turns back into its normal self.
We gotta book it. Let's go.
All right. I don't think I
We
can
can push
even
it.
walk out of here in a minute.
We could push it.
My buff nuns can help. Maybe.
I don't
Just the
think they
loud
can.
screech of metal on stone.
I mean, Abraham's not super weak, but I'm also not super strong.
It is reasonable to me that if you take the sarcophagus with the weapons and armor from Atahualpa inside of it, and Tor and Abraham are carrying that, and the combination of 2 or 3 of the rest of you are carrying the painting, you can make it to the steep upslant if you're retracing your steps.
Oh boy, I forgot about this steep up slant, guys. This is
With-
really rough.
With Tor's anchor, I'm not going to worry about any kind of skill challenge getting up the slant. By the time you reach the top of the slant is when the sarcophagus would get large again.
Well, guys, we're like almost out of here. How about another cast to that? Reduce.
That was all I had, mate.
What? Can't you upcast it?
Finn's a
I think-
fighter.
Yeah, I think
No.
she's just done for the day. She might need to sleep.
Yeah, I could make it like light up, but that's about it. Would you like it to be glowy and purple? Because that could be a thing.
No, that's not helpful.
I mean, I kind of would, actually.
I would too. I understand. I would too. How important is it that it stays in one piece?
Probably very.
Okay, just running options.
I mean, theoretically, like how we're like in the middle of a jungle right now, right?
Right.
And we need to check. We still have to get off this island. This like pyramid was just like a fun little side adventure, right?
Correct.
So like, what is the end game with the sarcophagus? Like, we're just gonna trek through the jungle with the sarcophagus
Allegedly.
Yes.
to a potentially days trek through the jungle with the sarcophagus, and also a giant gilded frame.
Are you trying to suggest this is a poor decision after we've dragged it halfway through the?
No,
freaking
I'm just trying to think of solutions here, but also yeah.
Now that she's saying it, I'm getting concerned thinking about the boat we have at our disposal. And
Well,
if
we're gonna
kept-
need to sell this to buy a boat.
Didn't we just get, like, you said approximately 30,000 gold pieces?
Yeah,
So what do we need the sarcophagi for?
35,000.
And like, the painting's cool, but can't we just like take it out of the frame and like roll it up and like that would just
my
be much
gosh,
easier?
That is so awful. I can't believe you'd even suggest that. The frame is part of the art.
Like, we can get a new frame once we have a
That frame
boat.
is so nice.
Yeah, but it's so heavy. Like, my arms already hurt.
out of everything we have here, I feel like the painting is the
Yeah.
least of our problems, though.
No, I
think we-
want the painting more than the frame or the
No.
sarcophagus.
Yes, I agree with
Yeah.
you on that.
I
What I'm
want
saying
to
is,
keep the painting.
I think we could carry a painting through the jungle.
Yeah,
I
we just
don't
gotta
know
roll
that
it
we can get this thing through the gesturing at the obvious giant gold box.
I climb into the sarcophagus during all of this. I'm
so tired.
propped against it, sitting up and drinking my whiskey. I'm going, you guys can figure this out. I'm taking a break.
Penny's gonna take out her knife that she just always has and's never used, and kind of try to cut out the painting from the frame, like, very carefully.
Make just a sleight of hand check.
Yes, I was hoping it would be sleight of hand. Let's see, is that a 4 or a 9?
It looks like a 12 to me.
That's a 12.
Yeah, you cut into we'll say you start at the top left and you cut, but your wrist slips from all of the blood from the previous room, and you just make a gash across Godzilla's back.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What did you do?
Nothing. Penny's
don't
gonna
know
make a
these
mental note to tape that together later.
So are you still
Listen.
carrying it in the full frame, or did you? Are
No,
you
no,
gonna
I'm
try
finished
and-
cutting it out and rolling it up, and don't show anyone that I
Okay.
cut a gas in Godzilla's
Oh,
herd.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, you're not able to like find good purchase after that
Ah.
with a 12.
So yeah, but, okay. So we're still in the room.
Can't we just like get it out of the pyramid and then have Pistol Pete and his crew do all the work?
I
So
mean,
they get their cut.
their cut
Yeah, I
is
mean,
the
they're the-
sarcophagus.
There's a whole bunch of
No.
more gold in here that they can come get.
Yeah, I just feel like they're pretty fed up with our whole kind of shenanigans, and
I think
maybe
they'll
asking them
be-
to carry a heavy ass sarcophagus through the jungle might be a breaking point.
I think that when they see all the gold, they will change their mind.
It did make them forget their friends.
Well, I'm not suggesting they forget their friends. I'm suggesting they move on with their lives loaded.
But yeah.
Let's just push it.
Yeah.
We've come
Get
this
everything
far.
out.
I mean, we still also have to like swim quite a long ways to get out of here
Yes.
with the sarcophagi.
I mean, I don't have to breathe.
I no
Unless-
longer can fit in the bag. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think my head can fit in the one. I think maybe potentially one of our heads could fit in the bag, but not for like the full time.
We can empty the bag and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
All that we're losing is time.
Why are you making this hard?
All right, empty the bag. I want to get in
Oh
it.
yeah, now, yeah.
Well, now is
Now
not
it's
the
Put me in the bag.
time.
Put me in the
We
bag.
have to
If
get
it's,
back first.
wait, so you're gonna leave us in the pyramid while you go and dump out the bag of money?
We have
Yes.
to get to the swimming part.
Can we just go to the swimming part and then argue over there?
we're getting there. We're getting.
Are we
Don't
getting the
make me turn
sarcophagus
this
over
car
this
around.
Don't make me turn the sarcophagus around.
Before the swimming part, there's the getting over the gas. You can do that using the same shenanigans you used to cross it the first time.
Excellent.
With the sarcophagus?
No, certainly not with the sarcophagus.
So there was 2 levers in this room, right?
I think.
Or was it
And
just?
there was one lever in that room.
Oh, it was just the one that. Why are you out there now?
Hmm.
How did we do this last time? Just like reverse engineer it.
We swung and flew across.
Yeah, I misty stepped and I can't do that again.
Tor had the anchor on a rope, I think, and we somehow
Yeah.
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 But
I still
how
have
do we get
wings.
Yeah.
How
but
do
I-
we get the sarcophagus across is the real question.
You all get across. I'll put the anchor on, connect it to the sarcophagus, or fish hook it some way like that, and then we drag it all the way over.
You're right, because it doesn't care about poison gas.
You can get hurt.
I mean, technically, Abraham, you don't care about poison gas either, right? So you
I
could just
don't want to really risk this. I think it might still hurt.
Abraham did heal for 30.
Oh, I did. That's correct. Thank you.
From lay on hands.
I'm feeling much better. I still... Yeah, I mean, like, I can get across. I can just, like, walk over here and walk along the wall if I want.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna fly over it if that's an option.
That is
Still-
an option.
Tor will throw
Yeah.
his anchor across and anchor it in like a mooring line and let the others cross over.
Oh, yeah, it's that's not going anywhere, Tor. That's solid.
Abraham, I'm gonna need you over here.
Oh.
When I throw the
Anyone who
anchor
uses
back-
Tor's rope will need to give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Acrobatics check.
On penalty of falling.
Fall.
I'll give it a swing.
I hope a 10 beats it. I think that was a 10.
A
That was
12.
an 8.
8.
Neither 8 nor 12
What's
All
going
right.
on, guys?
able to beat it.
It's because I was rolling so hot last session.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
So
luck's out.
you guys just both fall on the gas?
Just both fall in the gas.
What
No, Penny's gonna
happens?
pop out her wings.
Can you do that as a reaction?
No, dang, it's an action.
All right, yeah, you fall in the gas. Now, you are both able to quickly run out of the gas, but not before taking 21
I
damage.
was muted,
each.
sorry.
Ow.
We're all,
That
How
healing
many
didn't really
damage?
help me.
if we're all
21 necrotic damage.
if we're all crawling across together, they would be in the aura protection and get that little buff.
Oh, okay. But remind me, is it +5 still?
5. Yep.
Okay. Arf is successful then. Penny is still just shy.
Run out of there,
Thanks,
quick!
Yeah, Penny's gonna sprint as fast. Her little legs are gonna carry her out of there.
All right.
Run,
That damage
Penny.
does not repeat. You're just like choking and gasping, but after a minute, you're able to calm down. And be okay.
And I'm also gonna cure wounds myself real quick.
In
Good
hindsight,
call.
maybe our little critter should have helped you.
And then I still have to do like a swing-a-majig to get across, don't I?
Yes. Yes.
Which Mer will help action me. If she can.
Hey, so you gained hit points from the gas.
I did actually. I gained like a couple hit points. It feels a little cheaty to have Raven help me though. I don't know. I always
with
also
With a 16, Tor can swing across.
All right. And then Tor will throw his anchor back across at the sarcophagus and let Abraham, kind of
Hook
attach
it in
onto
there.
it. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do my best. Oh, this is a really heavy anchor. I have a 12 strength. So, I mean, I'm stronger than your average man, but not by too much.
You're strong enough to secure the anchor to the sarcophagus.
All right.
And now everybody pulls.
Reel it in, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, Abraham will, like, walk up the wall, walk along the ceiling, walk back down this other wall.
Mm-hmm.
I really like doing that, guys.
Thanks, Raven.
And then it's the whole process of pushing this through everywhere.
Yeah, you go backwards.
Pivot. Pivot.
Yeah, you're able to backtrack. The question now is, what are you going to do when you get back to the first room and there's all of that blood?
All that blood.
Oh, that's
the blood.
right.
Drink
Because
the
that's
blood.
acid blood. That's not blood.
Yeah, this is
Mhm.
acid blood.
I thought the only remember the only way out is through. Why are we backtracking?
What?
The only
There was
way
no
out
other
is
way
we
through.
discovered that there was no way through.
There was no through. We got as far as we could, and then there was no
Okay.
more.
Which were the levers that I didn't touch? There was a couple.
Pull the lever, Penelope.
There was one here. Apologies,
Okay.
audio listeners. I don't know how to describe it in relation to everything else.
There's like
Penny-
the northwestmost room.
Yeah, and one way back across the poison gas.
Oh my! I can do that one.
That one only opened up the shaft, right? The slidey spot.
Shaft.
Yeah,
or
but
was
maybe
I wrong about that?
Yeah.
Damn right.
I don't think anyone has pulled the one. Excuse me, in the top right room. the northwest room.
I thought for some
Where is
reason
that
I
one?
misremembered. I was thinking that was what opened up here. Are we
No.
No, those main doors were a what do you call it in 5th edition? Lock spell that someone dispelled.
Finn, I
Oh,
believe.
that's what I misremembered. That's why I was thinking there's 2 levers back there. That one opened that, and
Gotcha.
there was still another one.
So this lever is probably going to drain out into the acid room.
Do you want to pull the other lever first, or do you want me to pull this one first?
I'll pull. I pull.
Wait.
We're saying it's
No.
like back or oh, it's in this room. No.
Tora's gonna go to the first lever and make sure it's not still pulled, so that if more water does keep pouring, it's not more acid water.
That's a good call. That's thinking.
Okay.
And he's gonna go make sure that that's in the off position.
Okay. Yeah, you can do so. And Penelope is going first, right, before Abraham.
Yeah, out of spite, mostly.
All right, and as you predicted, it drains into the whole thing. This
Yeah.
does cause those like magically preserved rafts that you saw to rise up on the blood, which would have allowed you to hopscotch over the poison
Yeah,
gas.
that's what I thought the puzzle was, and then
Yeah.
we anchored over it.
Yeah.
Are they magically bound together or just preserved?
I think it's preserved so that the acid doesn't decay it.
And
And
just
that
the
they can,
ravages
like-
of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been in here for like thousands of years.
Well, it's more. What
I'm
they
pulling the
take
lever
more
now.
part naked.
Okay, and when Abraham pulls the lever, some grates in the wall on so there's like the pit with the acid in it, or the poison gas in it.
Mhm.
The wall on the far side of it, close to where Abraham is, has some previously closed grates, like the one in the skeleton barracks. They open up, causing the blood to funnel through, and Abraham, you can hear the blood rushing down the slant that you all
Wait.
climbed up, like the ramp.
Do you
So
yeah,
we just-
have that sound effect one more time, Nathan?
Oh,
Yeah.
I fully intended to do that both times. Thank you.
There, there it is.
you
There it
hear it
is.
rushing down, and
I
as you hear it, anyone who is at any point in this chamber who can see blood sees the level of the blood diminishing to the point that it's negligible, like less than an inch, such that even your boots would be fine.
Nice.
Well, I guess I'll begin the long journey back to the front.
Yeah, that's the end of the puzzle. You're able to return to the you're able to return back to the your friends outside of the pyramid safely.
Sure, I'm glad we didn't damage that painting or leave the sarcophagus behind.
Pete, we got you a present. Please don't hate us. Also, I hope you're alive and no Yeti's got you.
The crew is alive.
Okay, good.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
need
why
to,
I'd hate you.
Before we leave, I think I'm going to need to do like an 8-hour meditation session.
Why?
Just, I really got hurt in that pyramid. And
But we healed you. I don't see why you'd need to meditate. I've never actually
Yeah.
seen you meditate like ever.
it's something I do all the time.
When?
Well, I don't know. Do you guys feel? You said you got hurt. Was there anything really dangerous in that pyramid, or do you think we're safe to make camp here?
Oh, there was like a ton of mummies, but I think we like killed them all. So we killed them
Also,
a second time.
there's like a ton of gold left for you guys to go get.
Oh, like approximately like probably 30,000 approximately more gold.
His pupils turn into dollar signs. He's like,
See,
excuse me.
Yeah.
All right, well, crew, you heard him.
You guys get your cut once you get it all back.
And load up the sarcophagus full of gold so we can carry it back.
I don't know if we're going to be able to carry that if we fill it with gold.
Tor's gonna begin breaking down some smaller trees.
We can roll it.
I like how he thinks.
I like this guy. All right, let's go, Chris. Let's go.
In the
get some
meantime,
gold.
Penny's gonna start setting up camp like on the river or around the water, around the
Okay.
pyramid.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Spellbook.
Tor's had to get
Growth.
heavy loot out of places before.
Not his first rodeo, huh?
So,
Yeah,
as
the
an
tree of its best.
action, I can do 100-foot radius. For 8 hours, I can do a mile radius. Or a half-mile radius, so a mile total.
Okay.
100-foot radius, 200-foot total. So how far from here to wherever we're trying to... Where are we going from here? I just realized we had...
We thought like
Oh.
the pyramid was gonna help us out, but like then we never really we didn't. I mean, we got money, but we didn't really get any like direction or anything. But maybe after I sleep, I might have some stuff.
That's true. As Abraham does his meditation, you can all finish your level up. So you're level 10 now. Pete would also mention that Guthrie did some scouting while you were all waiting, and he saw a village. It appeared to be a populated village, maybe 4 hours south of you.
Interesting.
They were a coastal village. It looked like a fishing community.
I think I
Oh
have
god.
my normal travel apparel.
All right. How far away?
4 hours on foot, maybe 6 with the sarcophagus.
I was just about to ask, like, what is the sarcophagi travel time?
Well, Tor has a plan for decreasing that time. I have
If
thought
you're
of
able to
those.
like craft a cart or like a wheelbarrow or something, then yes, I will reduce the time.
Tor was gonna do the log rolly thing, but Tor was gonna use the spell he hasn't used yet before, Find Steed. Summons horse.
Okay.
And then
A
with
horse?
his trade, his basic traveler bag stuff, he has rope, so attach it and pull.
Is it?
People just
is it-
got to move the logs.
Nice.
Okay, are we resting? Is it time?
I think it's time.
I think it's time. Okay. Penny's gonna get a really early night's rest after she sets up camp.
And then
Sounds good.
you have to
She
set-
wakes up feeling like divine.
She wakes up feeling like she's metaphorically leveled up. And she's gonna wake up super like just before the dawn. And she's gonna sit by herself in front of the river or the lake or whatever, and just bask in the early morning light. And she's gonna cast a little commune, maybe.
Okay. Real quick before we get there so the night will be uneventful, but are any of you working on other things? I know obviously Abraham is meditating on destroying the island.
Yeah, fuck this place.
Tor will get it set up for, like he said, he summons his steed, which that would take the first 10 minutes. And then get the rollers and stuff all attached.
Mhm.
But then basically, eat manticore.
Perfect. Anything specific from Finn and Arf, or are you just chilling?
Just chilling, trying to recoup a little bit, and yeah, that's all.
Yeah, Arf's just chilling and hanging out, and kind of whenever anybody goes by him, he just kind of holds over his bottle of whiskey, one of them, and he just kind of like, it's like an offer to them. He just whenever they walk by, he just goes, "All right."
Sounds good. All right, Penelope, please
Okay.
proceed with all your fun stuff.
So I, again, backtracking, Penny wakes up super early and basks in the morning dawn light and is going to cast Commune. You contact your deity, who she calls Mom, or a divine proxy and ask them up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. You receive a correct answer for each question. But divine beings aren't necessarily omnificent. Okay. Let me know when you're ready for questions.
I am ready for questions. I'm pulling up my god appendix to remind myself your god's personality, but
Mom, if you're hi, I the pyramid was pretty cool. I'm glad my little nuns were there and we didn't die. Do you know if we go to that village, if we'll be able to get off this island?
okay, I apologize. I was pulling that up. So ask me the last question one more time.
If we go to that village, will we find a way to get off the island?
Yes, daughter.
Oh, Mom. Hi. Okay. Cool. And we should still definitely go to Shigeodai, right? Like that should be our next plane of attack. It's
There's silence for quite a while. And just like out of character, I'll remind you that like these yeses and nos are from the perspective of the god. So they are true. They're not deceptive, but they come with their own like perspective. So after some silence, some what you imagine is contemplation, or maybe you worry that she's like drifted. You hear, "Yes, child."
It's possible that we're gonna beat the mind flayers, right? Like this isn't stupid.
Yes, child. Leaving you to wonder whether it's possible for us to defeat the mind flayers, or this is stupid, is what she's responding to. You generally have the sense that it is that she's answering the former, the first question. It is possible.
Okay, thanks, Mom. I'll talk to you later.
Be safe, my dear. You would get the sense of a very strong sense of like seeing animals in front of you, even though they're not actually there. Almost like Pokemon Go. You see 2 cuddling wolves.
Aw. I wave bye to the wolves and I go back to camp.
All right. Abraham, how long does it take for all of the nature to begin showing signs of decay?
Well, I suppose that might be your call, because plant growth. Here, I have to cast it.
I thought it was like a year out when you were going to use
It
it on.
says
That's what I thought too. Yeah, I can't remember for sure.
On a point within range becomes enriched for 1 year, right? But
Right.
after casting any of these spells, all vegetable life in the area, including whatever's involved with casting the spell, withers and shriveled. The transformation takes place gradually over the course of 1 week. So, is it a week? Is it a year and a week?
It's a year and a week?
Yeah, I think it's a year and a week. Like stuff is extra good for a year, and then it slowly begins to wither. It's like the biblical Joseph, but without the finite suffering. It's just infinite suffering after the good times.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So
And
I
it's
don't.
permanent? Forever?
For those plants, yes. I mean, other people could come in and plant other plants, but yeah, all vegetable life would include like pollinating flowers and mosses and lichens and all of the different things that make up a healthy ecosystem. So yeah, I mean it's a pretty devastating effect.
Well, I mean, I told him I would. I want to keep leveling as a warlock, so
Yeah.
I got to do something. I did just get an interesting feature as a warlock for jumping up to level 10.
I couldn't chime in because I wasn't in the room, but I just wanted to be like, well, technically, he said you wanted to destroy the plans and stuff like for everything that like the people here, and at the time it was just Atawampa. I was like, and we did murder him, so technically we did destroy all of his stuff and people.
I want to salt the earth.
Well, I know Abraham does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would look any different necessarily, but I do have an ability called Necrotic Husk, where I now
That
have
sounds
resistance to necrotic damage, and when I'm in my form, I have complete immunity to necrotic damage.
Nice.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
But do you look like a little corn husk man now?
Yeah. No.
you, like,
at least
shred
it's
a
not-
husk?
No.
It sounds really gross and spooky.
It is pretty gross and spooky.
Just like super baggy, old, dead skin.
I mean, to be fair, what of Abraham's stuff that he does is not typically gross and spooky.
I was
Right.
gonna say it seems pretty on brand.
Yeah, his whole vibe is gross and spooky.
Well, having tended to your various needs, are you all ready to set out to the fishing village?
Yes.
Pete and his crew are.
See.
Well, I'll. We're here. We'll do what we need to. I'll just say the faster we get to Shakyodai, the faster my crew and I can get like a full ship again, because I don't expect that little village is going to have anything super seaworthy. Hopefully enough to get us there, more than
Yeah.
our own raft.
Yeah, and at least we have like a sarcophagus now that we could do something with that maybe in the village. Who's to say?
Yeah, they're gonna want it. Or
Definitely
or
gives us
it's
some
gonna
bargaining power. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
want
right.
to the
All right.
village.
like,
Unless
gonna be
they're
able to
like a
afford it.
village because, there's not like civilization over here and maybe they don't care about gold and now we're just stuck with all this gold.
Everyone cares about gold.
Abraham
Not
has
everyone.
not read Utopia.
Abraham's not clearly met Celine.
What about golden acorns?
Now you're
Oh,
talking.
Those are precious.
Golden acorn tops.
Precious commodities.
But they're not as worth nearly as
No.
much as the golden acorn.
They're not worth as much as just regular egg corn tops.
Yeah, those are a commodity.
Yeah.
All right. You arrive in the village without trouble. Some of the village's hunters spot you approaching, and they make themselves known and just beckon that it's fine for you to come. They actually seem very cheerful. New vistas. We don't see new people here very often. Brings you to these parts.
Our boat kind of got crushed by a giant kraken, and then we were drifting at sea for a little bit, and then we kind of washed up here, and then now we're here, and we didn't go into any cursed pyramid or anything.
We went
Well, that would be good.
Pyramid.
Yeah, that would be really bad if we just like brought a mummy curse here.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. We
Yeah, no, we would
stay
never.
very far away from the pyramid up there. Bad luck. Sorry about the kraken. That sucks. Just happens. I know they're everywhere.
Yeah, he was a jerk, but like we survived for the most part. So, yeah. Anyways, what's your name?
My name.
Yeah, I was I forgot to ask your name.
I have a name.
Oh,
and
cool.
it's a good name too.
Yo. I mean, my name's Penelope. This is Raven.
Hi, Ping.
Thank you, Pippin.
You're welcome.
Do you like gold?
Don't really have much of a need for it here.
What about eggcorn tops? Is that something that you guys like?
They're nice for decoration, yeah. More than just gold coins, I suppose.
Interesting. I don't have any. I just was trying to make conversation.
Well, my name's Kendall. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Kendall?
Kendall.
Like Jenner?
Don't know anyone by that name, but my name's Kendall.
Cool.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Can you help us get off of this island?
Oh yeah. We have a seafaring vessel that we don't use anymore. It's a bit leaky, needs to be repaired, but it's all yours if you want it.
Yeah, we'll
and
just take that then.
I mean, Abraham? Like, why do you guys need it? Like, what is your guys' like whole vibe? Like, do you just are happy in this little village and nothing ever bothers you? There's no like monsters you need us to slay in exchange for it, or like?
Oh
Any
no,
tropical
I
Yeti
mean,
sightings.
yeah. There's a tropical yeti. It's kind of territorial, but as long as you stay away from his man cave, it leaves you alone.
Oh my God.
But you know, or if you're near its territory, just bring it like some kind of offering, and it'll leave you be. Manticores, Chimera, no, we're kind of set fighting out of them. We fight out of them quite a bit. They stay away from the village now because they know we can take him. But
Like,
yeah, stay
is
away
there,
from
like-
the.
Is there like a village elder or like chief or something that like we need to ask permission, or we're just good to take it?
Oh, you're just good to take it. I mean, if you want to talk to our elder, you can. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't offer you any of our coastal ships. We need those for fishing.
Yeah,
And
no.
for protection, I mean, the Taiwanese have been kind of up in our business lately. But what with I think there's some kind of a war going on between the Taiwanese and West Anakins.
Oh, there sure 100% is. It like sucks real bad.
Yeah, well, happens every few hundred year or a few dozen years, right? I guess that's what they do. It's part why I like being part of this village. Don't have to worry about any of that. Just do my fishing, do my dues for the village. Simpler life.
Is there like a name that you call the village? Is there other villages? Sorry, we've been on this island for like a couple days and we've only seen tropical yetis and manticores and mummies. I mean not mummies.
He like pauses. There are other villages. They don't usually survive very long.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one that survives?
We have survived for quite a while. There are others, but not very close to us. Not within a day.
Not within, like, say, a mile of that pyramid.
See, you keep bringing up this pyramid. Why do I get this sneaking suspicion that you
It's
you have?
the only mile marker we've had, really.
Yeah.
It's what our reference point. Forgive us. We're just trying to better understand where we're coming and going from. Yeah, we got stranded.
Right. Okay. Well. Wait. So you fought a mummy?
No.
Kraken.
Never
Kraken.
said that.
No, but the young girl there, she mentioned a mummy.
I was
She's
talking about like,
delirious.
my mummy.
She's delirious. She hasn't had water in days.
I'm very
she's
sick.
quite ill. Bless
well,
her heart.
Do you need some water or tea?
I would
need
love
something.
some tea.
Please come. We'll brew you some. I think we have some rum around here somewhere as well.
Oh, excellent.
Oh.
I want to make a joke so bad, but I'm not gonna.
Finn
Can
just
I
wants
at
to
least-
lean over to Penelope and just be like, "My love, you gotta start to learn to just ever so slightly. Don't give it all away right from the jump. All right?
I'm so sorry.
I
I'm
know
not
you
used
mean
to
well.
talking to people.
I know you mean well. It's all right. I worry about you sometimes.
Thank you. I appreciate. I will try to not tell
give her a
people
little
about
pat.
all the mummies we fought.
It's all right. It's all right. I know it's been a hard day. It's all right.
But it was really cool. We fought a bunch of mummies.
It was very cool and again, moving buddies. That's going to be our little pot in a nickname because of the moving of the things.
Mm-hmm. The moving
Very-
company is what they call the two of us.
I love it. I'm here for it. Very good. Let's get into some tea.
Yeah, Kendall will boil some water for tea. He's got some filtered like mineral water as well. He's got some rum, so he can mix the rum with the tea or just like make some grog. But he waves you all over to come and join him. Penelope, Ping, Arf, handsome fellow, I can't remember your name. And of course the Finn, that's what it was. Come on over. I'm not intending for there to be anything supernatural about that. I'm assuming that he got all of your names at some point.
He's not an omnipotent being.
You literally put me on guard as you did that. You're like, oh, it's Finn. It's like, wait a minute here.
Penny feels bad that Kendall's being so nice to them, so she's gonna give him a handful of raisin bran or the dry bran.
Thank you. Is this we don't have like livestock here or anything?
Oh no, this is for you to like eat it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
You
not
see-
very good, but it's all that I
you
have.
eat it, and it's not very good.
Yeah, it seems like it would really lower my sex drive or something.
She also gives him a candle from the nuns back home, and she says, maybe this will help.
Oh,
You know,
thank
even
you. That
things
is
out. Yeah.
quite lovely.
You light it on fire.
I know what a candle is, dear.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy.
She
Make
needs a
great
tailor.
impact. So you guys have all the hunting, all the fishing that you could ever want. This place is a veritable paradise, untouched by war.
What do you guys do for fun? Like drink rum and
Yeah, drink
have
rum, tell
high
stories,
libidos?
play sports ball with one another.
Sports
Where do
ball.
you get the rum?
Do you guys make the
Uh,
rum from
we
sugarcane?
do.
Probably
Sugarcane, bananas, coconuts.
banana rum. You know what would be really good with the flakes that I got you is like some bananas.
I would not really want to profane a banana in that manner.
Okay.
Anyway, join me for some drinks. If you, I mean, it seems you're quite curious about this village. I mean, if you want to stay, then I mean, you can talk to Gopiata Malaho and see about, I don't know, just staying here.
I think
Oh
we
no,
need to
I just
leave
like
it.
I've never left my homeland before. So this is like the first time I've like, you know, been to like a new city or whatever, but this isn't really like a city, it's like a village.
It's the first time since you've left your home, you say.
Yeah.
Why'd you leave?
Oh, it's a really long story, bro.
I mean, we've got time.
Basically, she looks over at Penny. Looks over at Finn. Like,
She wasn't
No,
there.
this is an appropriate time to say things if you
Oh,
want to. Because he
okay.
asked
So, like,
for you.
basically, people are trying to destroy like the universe that we know, and we're trying to stop it. So we had to go to Shigeodai, but then we got crushed by a kraken, and now we're here. Is that it? Is that summed it up?
Yeah,
That's
in a
pretty good.
nutshell.
Yeah,
In
that's a
an
good one.
acorn top.
On the way to Shikiodai, you say?
Yeah.
Hmm.
To kind of like, stop the whole world from ending, at least like the world as we know it from ending. because there's these creatures called mind flayers, and they kind of wanted to take over our reality or whatever. And we don't want that to happen because that would probably be really bad.
Well, that would
What's
be
that?
bad, but there's a talk of the world ending every generation, it seems. Hasn't ended yet.
This one's for real, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Well, maybe the world hasn't ended because there's a group of heroes that comes in and saves them and stops it from ending, and that's us this time, I guess.
Sure. Do you know what a mind flayer is?
It sounds really unpleasant.
Pray that you never meet one.
And they eat your brain.
They do eat your brain. So you see why we don't want them kind of taking over our whole reality as we know it.
Yeah. Certainly do.
We met the head mind flare offshore. He tried to do a little bit of a parlay and feed us, brains, and we politely declined.
Well, what kind of brains? I mean, a nice brain once in a while is it's
Like
a no-brainer.
like human.
Not a nice one. Not a nice
Yeah,
one.
like humanoid brain.
I can't brush over the no-brainer joke.
That was very good. That was a very good joke.
I made a pretty good joke earlier. You should have heard it.
What was it?
It was about your sister.
Oh my god.
I knew exactly what you're
Wow.
I quit.
I want to say I heard the joke that Cody didn't say when he was like, I have a joke and I'm not going to say it. I heard him say it in my head. But we'll move on.
Please.
Yeah, the one of the tribes on the other side of the island, they are cannibalistic, but only
Oh.
once someone is like on their deathbed, right? And they give back to that community. It's a whole thing.
Oh, well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
I
better
guess.
than attacking and eating your enemies, right?
Yeah.
Like just willy-nilly. Yeah. Anyway.
How do they get don't they get what is that? Kuru or some sort of
Yeah.
a disease from eating
The-
people? A prion disease? John Hopkins disease or whatever?
I've never heard of a John Hopkins, but they do seem a little bit weird. But who am I to judge? They stay on their side, we stay on our side. Most
and
parts, and everyone's
so
happy.
what's the story with the big pyramid?
Well,
Once we were done
She could not
talking
let
about
well
it,
enough alone.
I've never really been. I'm not really much of a storyteller. I'm not good at explaining it the way that our tribe elder here is. So I'll let Gopiata Mahalo tell it.
Does he like to drink coconut rum?
Yeah, he's the one over here sitting next to you as well. He's
Oh.
thus
Oh,
far
he's-
been silent.
He's been here the whole time.
Yeah, he's the one who looks very slightly different from all of the other villagers.
I see.
Penny bows in reverence.
There's no need for that, child. Please enjoy your tea.
I can't thank you enough for you and your village's gracious hospitality. And if there's anything that we could do to repay the kindness, please do not hesitate to ask.
Well, if any of you are religious or inclined to commune with nature in any various ways, the forests have been a little bit scant this season. Our harvest has not, the fruits have not been as plentiful.
Mhm.
Anything you could do to bless or enhance the yield of our crops would be just delightful.
Can I try divine intervention?
For sure.
Fuck you.
It's time. Y'all have no idea. Okay, so the need is definitely great, always, all the time. And Penny's gonna take a moment and think about healing, asking mom, think about mom and the two wolves cuddling she saw this morning, and think about like healing the land and like a giant fat coconut and tropical yeti sipping out of like a giant fat coconut. And she's gonna roll a d1. I'm gonna roll a d100, and oh my gosh, what if it works?
Looking for a 10 or lower.
10 or lower.
Ha!
80.
Yeah, your plea is met with silence.
She must be napping. I did wake her up pretty early.
Abraham puts a finger to his head. He's like, I'm getting something. I'm receiving word from the forest. I hear it. They say they're saving all their energy to give you one last good harvest, and then they're all gonna die.
Oh, well, that's incredibly tragic.
Yeah.
Maybe we can't give you our seafaring vessel then. We may need it.
How about a lot of gold?
What good would gold do?
Could buy a vessel.
From who? Where?
Well, you could take some of your other boats out somewhere, buy a boat, and bring it back.
You look at their like fleet. They've got one boat that has sails. The rest of them are canoes.
All right, you can come with us then.
You look strong.
Pack up your things. We'll be heading out soon.
That's
Wait,
right.
But
You're
this is
welcome
our
to join us.
cherished
Wait, where-
homeland. Are you sure
Yeah.
that everything is going to go to shit?
Well, yes, I've just got done communing with nature, and it did say everything was going to go to shit. At least within a 1 mile radius of the pyramid.
And I asked mom, and mom was I think she's napping.
Oh, well, the pyramid's cursed anyway. We know this.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
about blood acid
Definitely
seeping into
don't
the ground,
go there.
destroying the environment. But
Anyways, what's the deal with the pyramid anyways? Like, is there any like lore passed down from generation to generation?
let's get on that boat.
Ah, yes. Oh, the lore of the pyramid, yes. Many tides ago, when the world was young and not all the stars had been born, he launches into a tale that only lasts for 1 hour.
Nice.
Damn. That could have been a 6-hour story.
It could have been a 6-hour story. The essence of the story is an evil warlord from a far-off land came and conquered all of the villages. The island used to be a little bit more populated. Brought his own curse upon the land because he had been rejected from his people, and so he had to, because he was a cruel and arrogant man, he had to rule over the other people that he arrived at, almost like the British colonies, in terms of kicking people off of their land and just being an asshole. And many villagers left. Some caved and went along with his regime. Others fought back. Luckily, eventually, he did die of old age, and his most loyal followers, both those that he had brought with him and those who had forsaken their other villages to ally themselves with him, they buried him within the pyramid that he had been constructing in his own honor. I think you already knew all of those broad strokes. The one detail that you might have picked up from the story is Atahualpa had at one point possessed a weapon that he used to kill Gozia, but that weapon, he no longer had that weapon when he arrived on the island. He kept lamenting that his home people stole his birthright and his weapon from him.
And he was from Arcathian. He was Arcathian, right?
He was he's from Tlatzcuatl. I am trying to remember. I believe Tlatzacan is the
Tlatzacan.
Yeah. But yes, he did a lot of work with the Arcathians as well. He was a figure that united Arcathians and Tlatzcuatl together.
Okay.
And so the weapon could be referring to an artifact from either nation.
Interesting.
You know the items that make up the Jushbatar lyre. In Tlatzcuatl, there is a stone of endless sacrifice, and in Arcathians there is the Actilian spear. So if it is one of the lyre items, it's almost certainly the spear.
Not a rock in the head.
Well, what was the item that was depicted in the paintings?
Wasn't
In
it a
the
spear?
vision?
It was a spear.
yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, there was a spear in the
Making
paintings.
sure it was a spear.
Could have been the rock.
Maybe the rock summons a spear. And that's why
Maybe-
it's called the Rock of Spears.
It's not called the Rock of Spears. Cody just trying to write his own homebrew.
Just gaslighting the DM.
He's like, I got notes, receipts.
Look, it's in the
52.
it's in the encyclopedia you sent us, Nathan.
Yeah, it's on the wiki.
I might have just wrote it in, but it's in there.
Bring up the compendium.
Anyways,
Fascinating.
like if you don't, should we bet bounce?
So shove it all off the shore. All's going aboard is going aboard.
That's right.
Who's coming with us to Shekiodai?
We could also take one of you, and you could get a different boat that's more transport oriented.
Or like just take this boat back. If we're
Yeah,
gonna
it
do
could
that.
be like, yeah, there you go.
Kendall
How about-
seems stirred by this. He's like, I will accept this quest. I will ride with you. I will bring. I will find a crew of my own and return with this boat, maybe
Death
with
Pistol
a
Pete.
fleet. Yeah, I
Fleet?
mean, and then we will be prepared to launch off and find another island if we need to. If the end truly does come. He looks over
mean-
at the elder. He's like, "Does this? Is this appropriate?" The elder nods, points out to the horizon. See that line where the sky meets the sea?
Yeah, the horizon.
Kendall says, "Yes, it calls me."
Go
Well,
on.
welcome to the crew, Kendall.
I need the whole song,
Listen.
please.
No one knows how far it goes.
I don't remember the rest of the words.
Are you guys singing some sort of
You
song?
want to go there?
Cody, if you don't know, yes.
We get
No,
copyright
I
strike.
know.
I am
Is it
Kendall.
copyright strict if you like William Shatner speak it?
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Kendall will happily join the crew with plans to return here upon arriving in Shekiodai.
Oh, another NPC we've kidnapped.
You might see a mind flayer after all.
Oh, but don't let him eat your
maybe I
brain,
will
though.
just stay here. No, I must do this for my people.
Too late. Too late. Boat's ours. You're coming.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You're you're already on the manifest. At this point, you have to go.
That's right.
Here's your gold.
Legalities.
We already paid you.
Well,
Manifest.
everybody's getting Kindle all settled. Tor's just moving logs up to like the dock
He's
to the
bringing up
boat,
the
and he's just gonna start moving the sarcophagus.
You know, Finn's
While everybody's
Finn's
over
been
that
checking
part
it
of
out,
town.
trying to figure out what needs fixing. Yeah, we got to get this train going.
Dad, do you know where I can park my sarcophagus?
So
That
you did go into Pyramid.
No, it was just in the
We
jungle.
found it. This was
I made
just
sure to get it off our boat.
This is our sarcophagus. We
That's
came
right.
with this.
We brought it with us.
We have sarcophagus
From
at
home.
home.
You know what? I will.
The sarcophagus has a graven depiction of Atahualpa.
I can.
That's me.
Or intimidate
That's me.
them.
You don't see the resemblance?
No, I don't. That looks exactly like the man from the stories.
If I shave my mustache, it looks exactly like me.
The boobs and everything, because it's a sarcophagus.
Yeah, that's with my armor.
This is not the sarcophagus you're thinking of.
Oh my god.
You rolled a 27.
Is that inside?
Mur's just on my shoulder, nodding yes. With that, doing the help action.
Well, Kendall is like,
Silvery barbs in this party.
That is Atahualpa, even if you didn't go into Pyramid. That is him, but it doesn't change the fact that I need to go with you.
Do you want dibs on sleeping in the sarcophagus?
No! I don't want to sleep on the same boat as that, but I have to.
I think it's gonna take like 8 hours to fix this ship.
Yeah,
I'll do it again.
perfect.
Gotta make your own
Prophecy come true.
prophecy come true.
Yeah.
Well, I told him I'd give him the whole thing, and I just don't know how far we're gonna actually travel to make that. So I've got to make it as impactful as possible.
Mhm.
This is the one that I'm gonna give up. These guys are paying the price for other bigger civilizations.
Yeah.
And they seem just like really nice, chill dudes. If we could save them and maybe like 2 tropical yetis, so we could have a mating pair of tropical yetis.
What?
never agreed to that.
Noah's
Never.
Ark.
Noah's Ark
So
for
if the
tropical
male
yeti.
tropical yeti resides in a man cave,
The
where does
female
the
tropical
female-
yeti resides in a she shed.
a she shed.
She shed. Yeah, so there are only like guards depicted here, but this is an entire like functioning village. Like there's
Are there like village
hello.
children running around?
yeah, they're playing sports ball in the shallow water of the beach.
Penny's gonna
Blitzball.
join them.
There's just
Yeah,
gonna
okay, so
be
you
just
can
mending
you
the
can
boat.
play some sports ball, you can repair the boat over the course of 8 hours while Abraham seals their fate with a withered grasp.
Is the sports ball a deflated volleyball with a bloody handprint on it by chance?
Why would it
Nathan, have you seen Castaway?
Is its name Wilson?
roll a d20, Alex?
Oh, yes, okay.
It is not.
Oh, dang it.
Is it
My
just
first thought was Blitzball.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Did you hear me say blitzball?
No.
I said blitzball?
I missed that.
I imagine
Blitzball.
it's like the Brazilian volleyball that they play with their feet.
Mm.
That's
Blitzball.
some hardcore volleyball.
What's the one that they played in El Dorado?
Oh, with the
Oh, that's
Mayan
that,
Mayan
like-
thing with the 2 hoops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
That's a
no, so it looks, to put it in like real world terms, it looks like rugby but in the shallow water. So like the
Like a
playing
water
field is constantly
polo.
yeah.
It's
like
yeah,
rugby
yeah.
meets
Water
rugby.
nice.
Yeah,
Rugby meets water polo,
Playing
yeah.
with the children.
According to Google, it's called Pocketok or something like that.
That sounds familiar.
P-O-K.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I-
can't say it sounds familiar.
I went to Tenochtitlan once, and that I think I recall that.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna call our halfway point here. So when we come back, your ship will be ready, the land will be doomed, and we'll get back into it. So those of you who are with us live, thank you for hanging out. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, so that'll be 11:20 for those of you on the East Coast. Podcast listeners, we'll see you next week.
Yar. Yo.
And we are back. Welcome back to the show. I just a heads up to all audience, both now and future. This is probably going to be a little bit shorter of an episode, a little bit of a montage sequence. Hopefully, it's still super entertaining. And players, if something like catches your attention and we go on a tangent, then like that's fine. We'll roll with where the story goes. Quickly before we get back into it, because I forgot to mention this at the top of the episode, Sanity is on our market now, so you can buy various tea blends that Clacker has been drinking and sourcing over the world of Nera Ohan. I've got two blends here right now. We've got the Tea and Honey Quarterly Official Blend, which is a blend of Ceylon tea, orange peel, and a bergamot flavoring. Or bergamot, maybe it's French. But it's great. It's caffeinated. It's like a like breakfast tea kind of taste. And we've got Tea and Honey Quarterly's Taiyang's Import, which is one of my two favorite blends out of the six. It's red ribos with blood orange flavoring. Can't remember. I don't think this one is caffeinated, but it might be. But either way, it's one of my two favorites. I'll shout out some of the other flavors in future episodes.
Question: has anyone tried making iced tea out of their official Sanity Damage tea yet?
Yeah,
I have not.
Yes, it's good.
Ooh,
Is it?
really?
Ooh.
I was thinking the Tea and Honey Quarterly might be good as like sun tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would be good.
No, I've only done hot tea, but it's good plain. It's good with sugar. It's good with honey. I've tried all of those different combinations. But yeah, iced tea might be the next move. Anyway, yeah, those are two of our flavors. You can find more at the homebrewpodcast.com/shop or /store. I'm sorry, I need to write down that link so I actually remember it. Yeah, there's a set of six different tea flavors. Some of the tea is caffeinated, some of it is non-caffeinated. I can't remember which is which off the top of my head. All right, that said, let's jump back in. You've picked up an additional crew member in Kindle, and you've got a seaworthy but not like naval combat worthy vessel. It's a nice 3-masted ship. Plenty of room for all of you, as small of a crew as you are. But there aren't any like external weapons on it. It definitely sags a little bit in the water with the weight of the gold-filled sarcophagus, plus all of the bags of gold that that Pete and his crew gathered.
Kendall, do you know how long it's going to take us to get from like Shigeodai from here? Have you done that voyage before?
I've not myself. I've spoken with merchants that have passed through here. They say it takes variably based on the time of year, the currents prevailing throughout the ocean, between around 2 weeks, give or take a few days on either end, depending on sailing conditions.
Okay, so we're gonna like hang out for a while, is what you're saying, and we're gonna become
Yeah.
best friends.
Yeah, best friends.
Best friends. Penny and Kendall. Best friends forever.
I mean, I'm married and have children back in the village. I don't know.
Did you say goodbye?
Yeah, yes. Sorry, if that wasn't a pass, sorry to make things awkward. If it was a pass, just one.
No, I'm like no. I'm so sorry. No, like just friends. Like
okay, great. Then best friends.
Yeah, best friends.
Excellent.
No, I'm still technically a child, so like.
Great.
Like I'm probably similar, more like you. I don't know how old are your children?
Younger than you. They're
okay.
6.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm a teenager, so like that would be not. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here and hang out with my bird. Okay, bye.
Way to make that awkward.
Did she just
Yeah.
ask him if he said goodbye to his family? Was that a real question that left her mouth?
That's a good question, because he could die by Kraken.
I mean, yeah, fair, but that's not you don't ask that on the first day. That's oh
Yeah, I'm
Goodness.
starting to see why other ships have those no fraternizing rules.
yeah.
Like, I wasn't trying to come on to him. I was just trying to make conversation. We're gonna be at sea for like 2
You
weeks
know,
with this guy.
He's from a small village. He's probably just not used to that. He doesn't understand that when you're nice to people, sometimes they aren't coming on to people, It's like, when you're at the grocery store and the clerk is very nice, and you're like, are they flirting with me? No, they're
Like, you
probably
have
just
a-
doing
It's
their
exactly
job.
like that, he calls from across the boat. Just one of those misreading situations. I didn't mean to make it awkwardita.
I mean, Abraham, if you're ever curious, like, just show them your hand and then you'll know. Like, because that's like a test.
Yeah, normally I don't show my hand until like the third or fourth date. Anyways,
Well, on the open sea, you are all welcome to pursue any activities that you want to over the weeks.
Should we? It's been a minute since we've checked in with like our friend. Should you want me to send like a message?
sure.
Okay, who should I send a message to?
I thought only one knew the spell.
I know the spell. I can send it to anybody as long as I know them or know of them.
Oh,
Who do you know?
Well, a lot of people. Is there anyone that we want to check in, like back home, like maybe the guy with the Wayfarers, who I definitely know his name because he's definitely an important NPC in this campaign.
The Wayfarers.
Wayfinders.
Wayfinders, I know things.
Kennewan?
one.
Kennewan, do we need to check in with Kennewan or?
I mean, you can.
Message only works on the same plane of existence, right? Or
um,
sending, I mean.
You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if
Oh,
the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
5%'s not bad.
Yeah, it's just a crit fail.
Yeah. So
What
I'm
level
gonna
spell?
yeah, I mean, I can also, if we're gonna be at sea multiple days, I can send a message to Kennewan, and I can send a message back to Cliffs Bay and check in there, and also the other party.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Okay, is there any message we specifically want to relay?
Ship destroyed. Big setback. Back on the water. Heading to Shekiota to fight mind flayers.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send that across the board to Kennewan and who in Cliffs Bay? Who should I send that to? Probably Mother Superior. And what about Moriarty? That'd be funny.
What is the other crew like analog to doing right now? Like they would be arriving?
Let me
Well,
ask.
I think it would be after the boat burned.
Yeah.
Not quite. Not quite.
Boat's not burned.
Yeah, not yet.
Because we would see it, right?
No.
So the analog would be that depends on at what point in these 2 weeks you send the message, Penelope.
Probably as soon as we leave. I'll just burn all my three levels.
Okay. I'll need a second to figure out Kennewan's and Mother Superior's responses.
Okay.
As for the other party, within the day after you push off, This would be post Thousand Tooth Tom, but before they've made landfall.
Okay.
Oh, so after somebody got into a bunch of drugs.
But I'm sending it to Moriarty.
I know, but they're a response
Is
person.
Moriarty the someone?
Did Moriarty do drugs?
No, it was the person who would respond is the one that's on drugs.
No. I'm sending it to Moriarty.
I know, but he can't talk back later. It was just saying the reply would be from.
No, so with
No,
sending, you can send back a reply.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different spell.
You're thinking of a different spell.
Yeah,
yeah.
you also
That-
get a 25-word response.
Choose your words
I was thinking-
wisely, Moriarty.
In what message?
Yeah. And also
I
get
think
back
it's
into
in the
Moriarty
message.
voice, Pippin. Joke's on you.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
No, maybe I wasn't thinking. I don't know what I was thinking of.
You want me to pop it in chat real quick?
Yeah, if you could put your... Oh, okay. Gotcha. If you can put your message in chat as well so I can figure out.
Okay. I'm gonna carefully
Yeah, figure out your
slide-
word count and all of that, and then we can do the dialogue with each of the different characters.
Alright.
Riveting. Well, I suppose I would be reading Zachariah's book. I really don't have much to do at sea. I do have some interesting new spells, but nothing that would help us travel faster or anything like that.
No storm sorcery.
No, unfortunately.
I think I have Gust is what I was taking at 10th, but
All right, I've got Mother Superiors and Kinawan's basic responses.
Alright. Hold on. What was the guy that we met on? What was his title? It was Avatar of Cthulhu. Thank you, Brain.
You're welcome.
I like to think that Ellen's inner thoughts are just Cody's voice.
Oh God, I'd hate that.
Thanks.
Yeah, Nyarlathotep, if you want his actual name.
Yeah,
It's great company.
Not that I don't like Cody.
Mhm.
I like Cody quite a bit, but just imagine someone else's voice in your brain. That would drive me
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, me too.
7, 8, 9,
I
10,
think
11,
it does.
12,
I think
13.
Crazy.
God.
It's kind of a thing.
Certainly, probably a symptom or sign of something.
Heading to Shigeodai. Okay. I'm sorry for misspelling everything, Nathan.
No worries.
1, 2,
The
3, 4, 5,
Telepathic
6,
communication doesn't rely on spelling.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I still have 10 more words. Miss you.
Oh my god.
Hope
Yeah, sign off.
is well. Bye. Okay, so my official message.
Bye.
Slight setback. Kraken fight. Sunk boat. Met Avatar of Cthulhu. He sucks. Heading to Shigeodai. Miss you. Hope all is well. Bye.
All right. Okay. You can send that. Mother Superior would respond. Cliffs Bay is doing okay. West Anakins and Islanders are cooperating. No sign of new mind flares, but the Avatar you met. You say he sucks. Don't let him suck your brain.
Wow.
Kinawan responds. It's open warfare in the Celestial Sea. Mind flares versus the Wayfinders. They're a lot stronger, and with Mitska, they know our tactics.
Great. I thought for sure that he was going to say, you say that he sucks.
Tell me more.
He was one of the non-horny characters of that arc.
Yeah, but he was, I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny.
Why were you gonna say? The city rubbed off on him.
Yeah.
Gross.
I put it out there for that exactly.
Yeah, I wasn't going to set it up, but you're more than welcome to.
And Moriarty.
What would he say?
I'm just trying to think. Didn't we, in our last message to them, tell them to go for the Jush Batar liar?
Yeah,
pieces?
something like that.
Yeah. I don't think that message. Oh, we were in the middle of the Kraken fight when Penny got that message, and Penny was like,
Yeah, we're fighting.
fighting.
So,
Okay. Find out. Now I'm trying to think of what Moriarty would say.
I'm cooking a fish right now.
Celine is just on so many drugs right now.
Well, that sucks. Maybe I should type it out myself and then put it in there.
Oh, we
Say
could
he
vamp.
sucks. Don't let him suck your brain.
Let him
He sucks, you say.
That's really easy answer.
That sucks. We defeated 1,000 tomes, sent him packing. What happened to going after the Jush Batar liar pieces? Why are you going to Shikiodai?
Ooh.
Isn't there one there?
No.
There is not. We were going to Shikiodai to kind of curb. Zug was spotted over
Zug
there.
is at Shikiodai.
So we're going to fight Zug.
I kind of forgot that we weren't supposed to do this.
Almost to. Oh, why can't I remember that?
Kelruma.
Kelruma.
And Penny will say, well, the good news is that Cliffs Bay is doing all right. Kenawan, he says that it's kind of nutso in the Astral Sea and that there's open warfare and they're kind of struggling. So that sucks. Sending them thoughts and prayers. Moriarty's pretty upset that we're going to Shikiodai and not going after. I think I forgot to tell you that Celine said that we should go after the relics and not the mind flares at this point.
Oh. Well, I mean, does that change anything? Are we?
I mean,
We're
we
already
still
on
need
our way.
we still need a boat.
Yeah, didn't your god? Well, no, I guess you wouldn't have said anything about that.
I didn't say anything about mom.
Mother.
I could burn another. I can burn a fourth level and send a message back to Moriarty.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so that you have all the information, feel free to do that.
So I'll
You
just say
have-
like, we don't have to drag it out. I'll just be like, we're going to get another boat and then reassessing.
Okay. And we'll say you have rested since casting your spell, so you could do like commune again if you wanted more information.
Should I ask mom what we should do, or should we just like get to Shikiodai and figure it out from there?
Who's mom?
Oh.
Who's mom?
I didn't tell you about my mom. I mean, I don't think she's my real mom, my birth mom. I don't know who that is, but she's like my goddess, I guess. And we've been like kind of talking and hanging out. Just doing a lot of soul searching. She's really cool. She looks like two wolves cuddling. I don't know her name, but I don't know. She just feels like she's always been there. And she'll always be there. and she can make me do these cool things. And she shoots Sacred Flame into the ocean.
A fish floats to the surface.
All right. So you can speak to some sort of god.
Yeah, I mean, I am a cleric after all. Where do you think I got this magic from?
I don't know.
Tor turns to Abraham. Just looking at him, implying that there's all kinds of things you can get magic from.
Yeah, Abraham, tightens the glove on his hand. Listen, you can get magic from all kinds of places. I got mine from a magic hand. I heard some people get it from a toilet seat.
What?
Yeah, but I didn't have to cut off my hand and have a gross mummy hand to have magic powers.
Yeah. I don't know where to go with that, alright? You got me. I don't know what to say. Never been much of a religious person. I've always been more into it for myself.
Well, okay, so I tragic backstory time, I guess, for Penelope is I kind of got left there when I was a baby at the orphanage or the nunnery, and they took me in as their own. So I've kind of always known religion, but they're cool. They're cool nuns.
I see. Yeah, my parents, they weren't very religious.
Yeah, and also I have wings. That's I've always that's just I guess in my bloodline. I don't know because I don't really know my parents and the bloodline, but that has nothing to do with the nuns.
I just mean I wasn't raised religious.
Oh.
My father owns a tricorn hat company.
Really?
My mother drank herself to an early grave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've never heard of the Blavatsky Hat Company?
No.
Well, whenever you see the fancy captain hats, they're tricorn hats.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably made by my dad's company.
And so I've never seen you wear a hat, though.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't find them very fashionable.
Anyways. I'm going to go play with my bird now. Bye.
Have fun.
So I'm thinking she's not going to be talking to her mom right now.
I guess not.
Oh, and do you guys want me to ask moms? Do you have any questions you want me to ask
That's
mom?
kind of what started all that. But, it's up to you.
Would
If
she
you
rather us go for the Juice Batar Liar piece or go fight Mind Flayers?
Okay. Penny's gonna go with Raven to the front of the boat. And she's gonna kind of look at the light gleaming. You know how light gleams off the surface of the ocean and will go rainbowy or prismy in the foam and the sea spray. She's gonna kind of concentrate on that. And she's gonna say Mom, hi, we're on a boat. That's cool, right? You were right about the village.
Yeah, the prismy light kind of takes on the brief illusion of a couple wolves.
Oh, hi. I knew you'd be there. So should we go after the Juice Batar Liar pieces? Is that a better idea?
Is that a better idea?
Would you rather?
Yeah, that's a great way to distill it down to a yes/no.
Yeah. Would you rather us go after the Juice Batar Liar pieces? I think it's the question.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather us do that? If that is the question, your deific mother's response to that would it be? I'm going to expand it a little bit beyond the rules as written in the spell. You hear the voice kind of from within your own head, but it's clearly not your own like internal monologue. There is hope in either path that you might take.
Penny kind of takes that in, and then she's gonna ask, is Sugjiganku still in Shigeodai?
Yes.
Okay. And question number 3. Oh gosh, question number 3. Is Raven the best bird you've ever seen? Just kidding. I don't want to waste that question. We all know it is. We all know the answer to that one.
There's a little laugh from inside your head, like kind of an affirming, yeah, we all know the answer to that one. Justice for Raven.
Is Sugjiganku easily accessible?
I'll through kind of emotion more than through a direct response. You're prompted to kind of offer a little bit more context. Like when you say easily accessible, like is she in hiding? Is she?
I'm guessing is she
surrounded by lackeys?
Exactly. Is she well guarded?
Okay, so is she easily accessible in the context of being guarded? Yes, she is. Easy to access.
All right. Thanks, Mom. Sorry to bother you. Hope you're having a good day. Miss you. Bye.
It's never a bother. I'm with you.
And I'm gonna kind of go back to the group and relay the information. So she thinks that it's kind of dealer's choice, up to us, if we go after the Jush Patar Lyre pieces or Sugjiganku, as it were. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It would be nice to have some ultra powerful artifacts that did magic things, that maybe could teleport us around, or God knows what the other things do.
I thought you said you weren't religious.
Well, the gods would still know.
I mean, mine does, yeah. Mom's pretty all-knowing.
Just because I don't worship doesn't mean they don't exist. I'm not an atheist. Anyways, but I really like killing mind flayers, and we were already going that way. And if we're going there to buy a ship, shouldn't we just handle business while we're there?
Yeah, it seems like it might be a pretty straightforward, just murk her and bounce and get some lyre pieces.
I mean, there's no easy alternate, is there, on the map?
No, we're pretty far away, I think.
So, Shigeodai...
Taiyang doesn't have one. From Shigeodai, we can go down to
Moksende.
Moksende.
Taiyang and Moksende both do have one.
Oh, they do?
On the map, yeah. Yeah, so the little skull and crossbones icon is a known mind flare location, and the lyre icon is the lyre. Yeah.
Alternatively, we could just go straight south. or west, I suppose.
I mean, we could go straight to the sphere.
I don't know. I feel very indecisive in this moment. I can't help but feel like sailing that far over open waters, what did we learn? Nothing from our Kraken experience? Like, we should just go to Shekiodai.
Oh, there's also down here. Oop.
Masara? Is that desert?
Honolulu, Masara. Masara is desert, yes.
Oh, I hate the desert.
Do you, is there something about sand you don't like?
I just don't like the heat. There's no, in the jungle it's hot, sure, but there's trees to block out the sun. I just don't like direct sunlight for long, extended periods of time. Maybe we can have the other crew do that one.
They went east, so maybe we just go get boat and then head northwest.
Well, south-ish.
Well, if we go northwest, take longer, but we can meet up in the south.
I say the sooner we get an item, the better. I vote on Shekiodai and kill Zugzug.
Yeah, that seems like a kind of a loose thread.
I know the other team wants us to do that other thing, but I can't help but feel that if we're already heading that way, that we should just go there.
Yeah, we might as well just like pop in really quickly, kill Zugjagonku, and then like leave.
Sure.
All right. Well, that being the
I was
plan.
going to say any opposing dissent?
No, Tor's all for killing the big bad. He's still kind of upset we didn't try to kill the other one.
I mean, I think Zugjagonku's like a medium bad.
I'm sure she'd be thrilled to hear you say that.
I hope she does.
You're
Do I
just
hear
nothing but a
anything?
mid-boss.
You don't hear anything, no.
Okay.
No minds close enough that are influenced to relay the message.
And it doesn't sound like any disagreement from Finn or Arf on that point.
No, I think shorter distance, get to a port sooner, and then we can always, if plans need to change, we can make a game time decision there.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. Well, after about 2 weeks on the sea, you haven't quite reached the coast of Shikiodai yet. The weather conditions are not. They're relatively favorable. They're not the best, but you also just have like a lot of gold on a ship that is not the most like seaworthy. So it's just taking some time. But after a couple weeks, you whoever is on watch, whether that's Guthrie or Pete or one of you or Kendall even, someone would call out and you would see on the horizon on the port side, so coming from the east, you would see a black storm cloud, just this dark line on the horizon that looms. Simply looking at it seems enough to drive a person mad. Its sheer scale and might. And it's unlike any storm that any of you have seen before, roiling with violet light.
So it's not
The
like the
wind-
one over Cliffs Bay?
Oh, you know what? It actually is kind of similar to the one over Cliffs Bay. It's very similar to a storm that you have seen before.
I've seen this story
Perhaps a month
before.
ago in Cliffs Bay. The wind seems to hold an electric charge in its breath. As though the storm itself holds raw magical power, once again very familiar to that of Cliffs Bay. All of this, and yet the storm itself is still miles away. As it looms on the horizon, some lesser, it seems to be whipping up lesser like thunderstorms that aren't as vitriolic. So the waves get large and choppy. Rain and wind whip at the sails. Thunder and lightning crash. But like all things considered, it's not a terrible storm compared to others that you have experienced. It is rough, but you're clearly far away from the worst of it. You can see, like in the distance, you can see much worse effects. But then, you know, the sheets of rain obscure any specific details. If anything, what strikes you the most is that it doesn't let up. That you endure these conditions for 4 more days. Your ship becomes increasingly battered, and you have to keep like very, very actively maintaining it. You start sleeping in shifts to keep your ship maintained. But eventually, you are able to reach the coast of Shikyodai. Give me one moment to get that situated.
Soon as we reach the coast of Shikyodai, Penelope's gonna think, Zegjaganku, we coming for you.
You would not hear anything in response.
Okay.
Except for maybe a "be careful, my child." That is not such a Ganku.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get you on this overhead map here. I'll give you the quick description and see where you would like to go. Well, actually, there's a couple fun things we've got to take care of first. So you see this enormous city sprawling across a valley between these large hills. This is just obvious because of the way islands work, but the land of the city further away from the shore is much, much higher up on the hills. It's like, unlike, it's very rolling. It gradually goes up almost like massive terraced-like staircases. And there's an island with a very large palace connected to the city via some kind of like drawbridge or set of drawbridges. Shikyodai appears to have airships flying overhead, as well as a respectable armada in the sea. These are obviously both military ships, and there are plenty of trade vessels as well. It doesn't seem to be a particularly clean city. There's a lot of like just atmospheric soot from various homes, factories, establishments, the airships themselves. It's also a very jumbled city. As you're approaching, you can make out a couple major roads. They tend to be lined with like magnolias and cherry trees. But aside from those major cities, those major avenues, the the rest of the city is a lot of like jumbled, tangled alleyways, side streets in just kind of a mess. Anyone who wants to make a history check can do so. I'll give you some more information about the city.
So this is Shikiowa.
Shikogawa.
Shikogawa.
Yeah.
This is a really cool city, Nathan.
Thanks.
Also, you gave us airships.
Yeah.
Damn, I did poor. I got a 9.
I'll
We both got
I'll throw
nines.
my hat in.
I'm going for
Your
it.
tricorn hat
gotta
from Blavatsky Hats.
Yeah. History, you say?
Correct. History. Hey!
Hey, it's a
Let's go.
21.
Penelope took an elective on Shikyodai in
She
her
had like an anime
non-education.
girl phase.
Yeah. So Shikyodai is Shikogawa in particular is known for its creative scene. There are people that do various like ranging from children's like picture books through comic books for audiences of various ages. Like that's an industry here. There's a lot of printing presses and things of that nature. Shikyodai as a whole has gone through a series of bloody regime changes over the course of the past 250 years since the World Storm. It's had 4 regime changes. And you remember, Penelope, you would remember hearing from traders that have come through Cliffs Bay that it might have actually just had a 5th regime change, like within the past year. Certainly the strong military presence in Shikogawa could be a sign of this, or it could simply be, the fact that Shikyodai is a couple weeks off the coast of Taiyang, and Taiyang and West Danica are obviously at war. Shikyodai is an independent island nation, and so obviously has military interest in projecting a strong front so that Taiyang minds its own business.
So they don't ally with Taiyang.
They do not. You gotta crit. In terms of economic trade, they do.
Mhm.
It's like the necessary evil is kind of the general perspective that they have on it. As with any perspective on international relations, politics, any of that, there will be a multitude of opinions, but that tends to be that's your impression of where the nation tends to be, is we're going to make sure militarily that they can't take us over. We will also trade with them because they are a larger and more prosperous nation.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the group. Yeah, so when you read books here, at one time I got a comic book from Shikogawa, and it was really, really cool, but you read it backwards to frontwards.
Nice. Penelope might have also accidentally gotten hentai.
Wow.
Wow.
She didn't show the nuns though. She just kind of
Right, yeah.
It was called Ninja
It was very
Scroll.
tasteful though. It was very tasteful. So I would say I'm a little bit of an expert just because I read, I've read some of the comic books that come out of here. I really like the ones about the Celestial Scouts. That's my favorite.
Let's see, I'm trying to. So other things Shikogawa is it's self-evident, but it's the capital of Shikyodai. I saw Pippin put in chat the weather is more it's more subdued here, but it's not all that much nicer. It's cloudy, there's rain, there's thunder. The airships are they have steampunk engines that are helping with their suspension, but it's there's definitely turbulence. They've got anchors keeping them in place in proportion to the city. So it seems like, if anything, they're more like lookout ships right now. They're not like actively flying around in patrol.
I see. No giant mushrooms to be seen.
Actually, there would be up in the like farmlands in the hills above Shikogawa. You would see like a giant mushroom forest.
And there's
Reminiscent
also
of a different mushroom place?
I'm sorry. There's also what?
I said, is
Like,
it
would it be
reminiscent of a
like-
different mushroom kind of
Yeah,
fungal
like the way
crack
it was
thing?
in the way it was in Cliffs Bay.
No. These look like
These are
These look
wholesome
like-
Just
mushrooms.
alternate giant mushrooms that are
yeah.
normal.
These ones are just here
alternate
all the
giant
time.
mushrooms. These
These
ones
these are the
they're
wholesome ones.
curated. They're growing in like obvious orchard rows. You know, like as you're sailing in. You know, when you're like driving on the freeway and you look out at like an orchard or a farm and you see like the neat rows, and it's like a cool like kind of optical effect.
yeah.
It looks like that. Like it's a mushroom orchard, but these are giant.
are-
Been planted. It's not naturally occurring that way.
Exactly.
Artisanal farm to table
Artisanal.
mushrooms.
Yeah, and they're-
Organically grown.
Yeah, they're like nice, brightly colored, like visually appealing mushrooms, like toadstools.
Oh, shoot.
So maybe
Well.
not so edible.
If I didn't know any better, I wouldn't even know that the mind flayers were here, except for the horrible storm. That's basically what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't see any evidence of mind flayers being here.
And there's still
There's-
people roaming about.
I'm sorry, there's what?
There's people roaming about.
Yeah, there's people, there's even children. But I will say the people seem very like business oriented. You know, they're not like, I mean, maybe that's because of the rain, but they're like head down, get to the place. Maybe they're more relaxed and talking out of the elements. But you don't see any like idle conversation or thriving open air markets right now.
Are the children all dressed in school uniforms?
No.
Okay.
They're, the only uniforms you see are the military uniforms, which are a combination of like a nice blood red and some kind of gold colored, but probably not actually gold metal. Very Fire Nation. And primarily, so I mean, it's a metropolitan city. It's a multinational city. There's a lot of different races, but in the armed, like the people on the military boats, and you would see armed people on the docks as well as you're approaching. There's a lot of turtles in the armed forces. And there's quite a few humans, because humans are always like, humans are ubiquitous. But yeah, humans, turtles. You would see some dwarf-like creatures.
Dwarf-like
Would-
creatures.
Are they
Dwarf-like creatures.
dwarves?
They're not dwarves. I'm gonna ask for another history check. And
Ooh.
so narratively, you're all taking this information in and like pointing stuff out and like comparing notes as your ship squeaks, or not squeaks, but like slowly slinks into the harbor.
It's a
And
19
so
for Penny.
look at
Yeah,
you.
I got a 13.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I know a lot about Shikyodai.
Penny
Yeah.
loves Yoda, yeah.
Dwarf-like creatures.
Penny is secretly like nerding out.
This has
Yeah.
been her dream the whole time.
So-
Actually,
Whole
she's
time.
just been secretly. Yeah.
She's like, I
You
didn't
would-
think I'd ever actually like make it here, and I'm here. Oh my gosh, it's so quiet. And that's
Yeah, it's like you've got your tourist checklist that you want to do in the city as well. The tea houses, the printing presses, the mushroom farms. Yeah, so they are Azer. If any of you know anything about Azer in official D&D, they're basically the same. They're just in this world instead of the Forgotten Realms. But they're essentially dwarves that look like that look like they're made out of bronze, or in this case, they look like they're made out of iron instead of like flesh. So like dwarf golems almost. Their eyes are fiery, and sometimes their hair is also just like fire. Sometimes it's normal hair. It varies from Azer to Azer. But yeah, it looks like the people that are, or like the military force that's working the docks is primarily turtles, humans, and Azer. Maybe a couple myconids as well.
Myconids?
Mushroom people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love myconids.
Yeah.
I go up to a myconid and I wave at them.
I like myconites too.
The myconid, I mean, it's a no, live and learn. You're Penelope. I think it's in character. It just kind of like scowls at you. It's clearly just here to do a job. It's in a military uniform, and
Just like I read about.
This would actually not have been covered in your readings. A huge emphasis on like personal and familial honor and like responsibility. It's obviously fantasy Japan, right? So anything you want to take from that, you can safely assume. But again, given that you heard that there might have been a regime change recently, it stands to reason that the whatever soldiers are here are probably going to be very like duty oriented, making sure that they're fulfilling the needs of their new lord.
How about you want to bet their new lord Zugjiganku?
That's a interesting bet.
You've got a couple minutes to talk through anything if you want to. Otherwise, your boat is going to go ahead and dock, and there will be people to help like moor it and everything.
Should we try to get an airship, y'all?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
yeah. While we're here,
are airships faster than water ships?
Certainly where storms are involved, especially if you can find a way to survive in high altitudes without like running out of oxygen. If you can just fly over storms, you don't have to worry about the boat like breaking. You don't have to worry about krakens.
Yeah, that was my biggest thought. Like, fuck pirates, fuck krakens, fuck.
but also if we have to go all the way to Arcathians to get a god-killing spear, would it be faster to travel in an airship or a ship?
Sounds like airship.
Yeah, just given all of the challenges that a ship faces, airship would be faster. The concerns are elevation and like making sure that all of the equipment works smoothly.
So what we do is we go. I guess. Oh man, that's so pompous. I still think that we could succeed, but we just go say, "Hey, we want to talk to the person in charge," and we go talk to the emperor and tell him, "Hey, we're here to kill the mind flayers. Give us an airship for the mind flayer kill."
Didn't we just get a bunch of money? Can't we just say, one of your finest airships, please?
No, I think we should get a reward for doing what we are here to do. They don't know that we were going to do it anyway.
And I don't think we were going to kill all the mind flayers. We're going to just kill one specific mind flayer and any other mind flayer who might get in between us and that one
it's a
specific mind
domino
flayer.
effect. You cut the head off the snake to save the baby pig.
What? Cody!
What?
What?
You kill cut the head off the snake, and all the little mind flayers won't have a leader anymore.
You said the pig, the baby pig. Where did the baby pig come from?
That's what the snake was gonna eat.
I've never heard this expression before.
It's an interesting metaphor. But
Leave
I
the
have
baby
seen
pigs
snakes
out
eat
of it.
The metaphor holds water. Regardless.
I suppose. Oh, maybe we could do the best of both here. Maybe we could go and try Abraham's plan first. Try to see if we can't get rewarded one. Free's always better. But if it doesn't work, we've got the backup, which is many gold coins and a golden box.
Agreed.
And we got to keep the picture in the frame for our
Well,
new show.
obviously that's not on the table. Obviously, yes, that's ours.
That has sentimental value at this point.
Right.
I didn't know it had sentimental value.
I feel very attached to it. Anyways, bye, Kendall.
Yeah. Be safe, everyone.
It's a
There's
boat.
mind flayers here, more than likely somewhere.
Pete and Co, you guys coming along airship, or are you guys gonna do your own thing?
You know, fun as an airship sounds with the storm raging, and no, I think we gotta part ways. I think this is getting too big for us.
Yeah, you
It's a
guys
real
really
shame.
stuck it out,
You know,
and
I put her there, and I shake his hand.
are you not gonna give him any money?
They took their shit.
Yeah,
out of
they
the boots at
they
the
have
pyramid.
plenty. They have plenty from the pyramid. Pete will shake. He will glance over at Penelope and mouth, "Ew, gross hand," while he's shaking. And
It's not just me.
and then he'll tip his hat. He'll say, "You're lovely folk to work with. I wish you all the best of luck, and maybe one day our paths will cross again."
Yeah. If you have any mind flayer problems, don't be a stranger, okay?
Very well. Now
Laughable
you're.
folk.
This is all taking place like on the docks still. As you dock, some soldiers would come up, and one of them would say, "Do you have any magic items that you need to register before entering the city?"
All of them?
Everyone, yes, indeed.
Penny's gonna point to her circlet of blasting, and she's gonna say, it is magical, but mainly I just wear it because it looks cool."
Well, if you want to keep it on your person, we will have to evaluate it and figure out what the fee is. Otherwise, you can check it in our secure barracks and retrieve it when you leave the city.
And so I can't. What if I need it?
Well, then you should allow us to assess it and then pay the fee.
And how much is the fee range?
We'll know
how
after
much
we-
typically do people pay in fees? Why am I paying you a fee?
Well, we have to keep our city safe.
But like,
How long does an assessment take?
Yeah.
And
I say
assessment.
we take this all the way to the top. Where's the emperor?
Yeah, I don't like the sound of any of this. You're not going to be taking my property off me just so I can come in this place.
This is a turtle that's speaking with you. He's just like going pale. It's like, no, you're all pirates, aren't you? I always hate working with your kind. You're so.
No, I'm not a
Ugh.
pirate. I've
What do you
never
mean, your
engaged in
kind?
piracy.
I don't appreciate that.
Can Tor walk just forward and like give him a maybe a mental suggestion about how about a couple gold and we just go in?
The specific attempt being like bribery, right?
Yes.
Yeah, make a. And sorry, mentally, because you can do that
I can
now.
telepathically, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So I was trying to talk to the dang Kraken, but he wouldn't respond.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
All right, Mur, we got this.
Jerkin.
Persuasion.
Is the
Can I get help
sarcophagus-
from her, or do you just want it on the die?
Just on the die, please.
I can give you guidance, so add a d4.
Yep, that's fine.
Like he
Alright.
needs it.
Penny's gonna give Tor a look.
Get one for the D4. 24.
All right. There is no way you can beat that.
He could crit it.
You have to understand this, and he kind of glances back at the grisly row of heads on stakes that are not too far away. He looks back at you. Things are tense in the city right now. I'll let you through, but the price has got to be high. I mean, it's quite a favor that I would be doing for you. And he glances at all of the other like guards that are milling about, hoping that they're
So-
not paying any attention.
I am from a religious order, so I claim religious exemption.
Tor's just gonna, at this point, just like hand over mouth on Penny. And just,
What are you thinking?
I claim religious exemption.
How many? He just glances at you. I think we're talking quite a few items. The 80 gold pieces.
Tor will give him 85.
Thank you. And he like bows. And of course, you were never here. This never happened for both of our sakes.
And Tor will wink and motion everybody forward.
Keep them discreet.
And he'll be like,
Excellent work.
Follow me.
to everybody else. Because our conversation was, telepath.
Right. Let's see. There's a mental image of the guy. But yeah, he lets you through. You keep all of your magic items. Yeah,
Is it the
you're.
Trevor guy?
Oh, I dragged him out on the.
Yeah, there's a little token.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was like looking for an.
He looks
pull
pretty
out.
freaked out.
Well, heads on stakes.
Yeah.
Any heads look familiar?
No,
No,
it just looks like soldiers. Soldiers in political distance. Yeah, all right. I mean, you can make your way directly to the Emperor's Palace if you really want to attempt that. Otherwise, you can head. I mean, I've labeled some of the major locations in the city. There are definitely. Clacker is not here. There are definitely tea houses. There's
What about-
a.
What
Is
about
there
whisked
nice-
tea?
Is there nice Shikiodai whiskey?
Both whiskey and whisked tea can be found here.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the academy. The academy also has like an in-house printing press. There's a couple other major printing presses. The buildings up here. Oh, you guys can't see my rectangle when I draw it. Let me just do my ruler. Up in this area, you can see the houses. The buildings are a little bit larger. That's obviously like the nicer neighborhood. Otherwise, it's just the neighborhoods as you're walking through. They tend to range from like lower class to like lower middle class. Like there are places where you definitely want to clutch your coin purses a little bit closer. There are places where it's just like kind of run down. You know, it
So
it
is the
varies.
nicer area like upper middle class?
Yeah.
Is the Bastion of Commerce, is that like a shopping area?
Yeah, it, so it's a giant pagoda, almost like pyramid sized, honestly. But like the first floor or first couple floors would be a big like indoor flea market or like indoor open market kind of
Guys,
place.
I've always wanted to go to the Bastion of Commerce. Can we please go? Can we please go? I think she's gonna look down at her clothes that she, has been basically shipwrecked in and surviving on the open ocean in, and they're looking a little rough, and she's like, it might be, if we're gonna go talk to an emperor, maybe we should clean up a little bit.
That's not a bad idea.
And also,
live
like, all
here.
we've had to eat is like bran flakes, so maybe we can get some. I've always wanted to try the food in Shigeodai. It's supposed to be like some of the best food in the world, according to like the comic books I read. They always make it look so good.
We get food on the way to the palace from the Bastion, or we get food before the Bastion?
There would be food in the Bastion as well.
Yeah.
It's like a
We get
massive, like,
Yeah.
mall food.
I imagine like
what's it?
street food, maybe like street food stalls.
again,
Things on
it depends
sticks.
on where you go. It's like it's basically a massive shopping mall that includes like,
Food
yeah,
court.
it includes food court and it includes street food level stuff. There would also be full like sit down restaurants and like tea houses and stuff within the Bastion of Commerce.
See, I would vote that we go to some place that's not attached to the mall, but that's just me.
But Penny wants new clothes.
We can do both,
Okay.
my dear child. I don't know. I'm just more in the mood for like a sit-down restaurant versus like Five Guys.
Yeah, so the Bastion of Commerce includes restaurants that would be more like a sit-down restaurant than Five Guys. It's like if you've been to the Mall of America, like there are actually nice restaurants there.
Yeah, like the Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
That is long gone.
No, the Rainforest Cafe in the Mall of America is still there.
I don't
Well,
think
look, you
so.
know more about this place than me, but I feel like there's got to be a restaurant that's better at food than that's just like out in the town somewhere. But what do I know?
Maybe we should head to the mall regardless, because we need clothes, and we can always just get a little snack,
Yeah.
and then we can try and find a nice sit-down place as well. I think that'll be a lovely, lovely idea.
Mhm.
All right, off to the Bastion of Commerce.
To the Bastion.
All right. Well,
So do we drag the sarcophagus all the way there?
I didn't even think about that. You just leave it with the turtle. Can we just check this with you?
And don't take any of it. We'll know. We counted every last doubloon.
you want to
Maybe
open
we
an
talk
account
with,
in a bank and put it in a vault somewhere?
yeah, either that or talk with what was it, Kindle. He has to find a crew. Give us a day to come back for the sarcophagus he's afraid of.
Are we
He's
gonna
not
make
gonna
him?
agree to that.
I mean, he's not going to be able to push it off the boat.
He's not going to be able to do anything about it.
If you're holding the boat hostage with a cursed sarcophagus.
Yes, that's the move.
Give us some
Okay.
time to figure out what
Alright.
we got to do with it. Like, if we got to find a bank, we could do that.
Yeah, we gotta pass by here anyway to come back. So yeah.
Hi, I'd
Unless
like
we-
to deposit my sarcophagus, please.
Can we check
It's a
in?
fantasy world. I'm sure
All right,
that's not.
we can find
out
a
of the
place
question.
to deposit our money. Is there like a? I was trying to think of the.
We want to have
world's name.
access to our money.
Is there like a world banking system?
Nathan, have you written out a world banking system in your fantasy world?
I no. Major cities would have banks, and major cities that have well-run banks would also have conversion rates. That doesn't mean you could redeem your sarcophagus or redeem its worth in gold somewhere else without like going through and getting promissory notes and that's I haven't written that yet. Yes, you could deposit your money, and yes, some of it would be available elsewhere, but not in any like guaranteed
Sure.
just do it on the back
Maybe we
burner.
can
Yeah, it
trade
seems-
for-
Like, in the business that we're in, we might want to be liquid.
maybe we can trade for some platinum.
Yeah, I can't forge
Yeah,
clerics,
right.
like manipulate currency in that way.
Is there like a particularly like antique, like an area where antiques, like an antiques row where we could just like take the sarcophagus and like shop it
not At the
around?
Bastion of Commerce. I mean, everything else is.
We could take it to the Bastion of Commerce and shop it around.
The Bastion of Commerce also includes like the National Bank of Shikyodai.
All right, sounds like we're just getting a wagon and taking it there. Turning our gold to platinum. Selling off a sarcophagus and a painting.
No, we're keeping the painting. I'm really attached to it. It's my whole personality now.
All right, we takes the painting's worth out of Penny's cut.
Yep.
No, we all appreciate art. It's for us.
Not really.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We've got a shopping session coming up in a couple weeks, obviously. So just kind of partially for my own notes to recap, like you're gonna go to the Bastion of Commerce, find clothes suitable to present yourself to royalty, see about maybe opening some kind of account or converting gold into platinum, depositing a sarcophagus, etc., etc. Getting snacks, finding a nice sit-down restaurant for Abraham, and looking who does not eat.
Just wants to be
Can't-
seen there.
We can't forget the nice whiskey for Arf.
Just looking
Nice.
for ambiance.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
A whiskey house for Arf, maybe an antique shop if the sarcophagus doesn't work out at the bank for some reason, or to find other antiques if you want them, or if Tor wants to try to get rid of the painting. And then going to the Emperor's palace in order to self-assign yourself a quest. Is that
And get an airship.
and get an airship in reward for the quest?
That's the
Our
end
own
goal of
quest
all
for
of
our
it.
own
I mean,
reward
yeah.
that we
Yeah.
propose.
And if that doesn't work, we're just gonna buy one because we have enough money just to buy an airship.
All right,
If
great.
that
So
doesn't
I'll
work, we help Zug Zug take over the whole town, and then we tell them, okay, now we'll stop them if you do what we ask.
okay, great. I've got plenty to prepare for. Everyone, thank you for joining us for this episode. We'll come back in a couple weeks for a shopping session. This has been Sanity Damage, to whom the sea belongs. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic voyage. Thank you all, chat, for being really active tonight. I appreciate that so much. We'd love to hear from all of you, those of you who are just listening, as well as those who are in chat. Head to Linktree/Sanity Damage to find links to all of our different socials, Discord being the best social media platform to communicate with us on. I mean, it just feels like a giant, like, happy family chat room, right? Like, just love hanging out there. We're all there usually several times per day, so that's the best place to get in touch with us. This show is a homebrew live stream, and our dice sponsor is Fan Roll Dice. You can get amazing dice and dice accessories at fanrolldice.com. They've been doing a lot of promotionals lately too, which has been really fun. They've been doing like free dice or a giant die whenever you make like an order. So I don't know what they currently have now. They just have for the past couple weeks. So definitely check them out. Use coupon code homebrew for 10% off anything on the website. This campaign is dedicated to Brandon, who we hold in loving memory. To Whom the Sea Belongs is a Sanity Damage campaign set in the Kaleidosphere. Join us next time for a shopping session.
Doodles.
Let's shop till we drop.
Get in, loser.
Get in, loser. We're going to the bastion of commerce.
That's right.
Get in the sarcophagus.
But I have wanted to say something, and I've been laughing internally all day about since, like, you mentioned, like, you cut the painting and then secretly holding it. It's like, Tor could just mend the damn thing.
I thought one of you had mending. That's why I didn't feel really bad
It's
about
the dang
it.
painting, but Penny's just, like, squirreling it away.
Yeah. It's like when you're a teenager and your mom catches you.
Yeah.
Are you still alive?